Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wrestling Rundown, episode number 150. And this is episode 150, like, overall, like, of Massasoit Wrestling Corner and Aftershock Corner, because we included that all into one thing, which is very exciting. We didn't really plan anything big because it kind of came up out of nowhere. So if anyone has anything big for episode 150, they can just randomly say it at any point in the video. So,
save for 200.
Yeah, so we'll make sure to try to do something big for episode 200. Because we're halfway to 200, so no one ever thought we would get to episode 150.
Wait, what?
Huh?
No. You're 3/4 of the way to 200. You're not halfway to 200.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What's halfway to 200 then?
100.
100.
I just showed off my great math skills like that. I'd redo this video, but we go unedited on this channel.
Oh, bitch, you are not smart
and
than
uncensored.
So, yeah, let's introduce everybody. I'll start with myself. I really can't be cocky right now because I don't deserve it, so I'm just gonna say I'm the dual champion of the NXT No DQ team and the Wrestling Rundown. I can't be cocky right now because I lost that privilege until the next episode. So.
He's even so upset that he took his belt off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
okay. We'll let the co-host introduce himself next, and whoever wants to introduce himself after that can just introduce himself.
Your former Wrestling Rundown champion. Very depressed about that, by the way. But still, money in the bank, contract holder.
Yes. Whoever wants to introduce themselves is welcome to.
I am James, the He-Man Hebert, and yeah, I'm that Weymouth Youth Wrestling guy.
Yeah. No, that's James Archangel. That's a different guy. So.
Oh no! I outside of kayfabe, I do the show. So I mean, you know.
Okay.
He's unstoppable, like
Shut up, Rhonda.
Wrestling.
All right. I was trying to help you keep kayfabe, and you just completely ruined that now. So.
What are you talking about? Well, I mean, at least we know that's,
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Don't worry about
it. I don't know whoever else wants to introduce himself next can.
Oh God, it's a stare down between
The biggest
John
stalemate
and
of the century.
Oh no.
Jeez. This is brilliant. Anyway, and congrats to you on 150. Guys, happy to be part of the party. Everyone, I'm just Simple Man, and my name is Noah Foster.
All right, and last, but certainly not least.
I'm John. I'm barely on the show. I don't deserve it.
So yeah,
Our
The most
longest
humble
winning
introduction
champ
I've ever heard.
maybe last,
Yep.
maybe last, but certainly least then, right? If you're barely on the show.
I'm the longest reigning champion on this show. I don't care.
And I think you have the most title reigns out of anybody too.
With 4.
I think he's got the
It just
shortest
means I just
reign.
lost it 4 times.
He broke all sorts of records. He got the shortest reign, the longest reign, and the most reign.
No, actually, I tied with John recently because of my most recent reign. So me and John are tied for most reigns right now. So
Yeah, 4.
I feel like though that's not really an accolade I should be happy about because of one of the ways I lost one of them. So.
One battle royal later.
Yeah, basically.
One episode of SmackDown, everyone knows the rules.
Yeah. So let's get right into this. We're gonna review the weekly WWE programming that airs every week, as typically we do. Some of the stuff will be fun, some of it won't be fun. And when you've just watched, 2 episodes of Breaking Bad in a row, and you have to come on and watch review Raw right afterwards, it's not very happy. So.
Oh God.
It's not what we call exciting.
No. So John's gonna read the notes for Raw, and this is new to John because other than that one YouTube podcast he watched, he doesn't really know much what happened. So
Very true.
yeah. So maybe Chris can help him out because or someone else can help him out when it comes to actually going into detail about the
Well,
stuff.
I'll take turns helping because
Yeah.
we're helpful people.
Yes.
No, we're not.
John, help me. John, help me out.
I'm gonna need a helping hand on that.
Oh, come on.
Well, don't bring that up here. Don't bring that shit up here.
You gotta win that.
No.
I'll tell you off air, Noah.
I will burn this shirt. I still have the shirt. I will burn it live on air.
Really, I threw out that shirt.
I
Why do you
still
still
have
have
it, I think.
So
Why does
Raw
it
happened
shirt?
on Monday. Usual commentating group. If you don't know it by now, then wait a couple weeks. It may change. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out, taking the guess that the fans were indifferent on Brock, but they just were singing along with Heyman like they normally do.
Actually, no, John. This time they booed the crap out of Brock Lesnar this time, which is
That's
kind of
nice.
weird. So that was actually a nice change of pace.
Heyman goes through his normal spiel, saying that Brock Lesnar is the best, he's the beast, the usual Heyman promo. Then I
That's
think
great.
who came out next?
Drew
Because I know I got interrupted.
Drew.
Yeah, this is where we'll help you.
So Drew did. Ironically enough, Drew
I do want to
came
mention
out.
something is that Paul Heyman finally did mention, because one of the plot holes of last week's promo was Seth mentioned that Brock struggled against the smaller guys, and me and Chris mainly me was saying, but he still beat the smaller guys. So it doesn't really matter if you struggle; it just matters about the record books. So Paul Heyman, I guess, went and watched the WWE Network this week and just basically said he beat them all. So I don't know why he didn't say that a week ago, but whatever. Maybe Paul Heyman forgot. So then Drew McIntyre came out and he says he's going to absolutely destroy Seth Rollins because they're having a match tonight. Because Heyman was calling out Seth Rollins for taking a match against Drew McIntyre right before his WrestleMania match with Brock Lesnar. And then from behind, Seth Rollins hits not Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre right across the back with the steel chair.
What a true babyface.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you something else funny, John? So I know, John, you haven't watched Raw in a few weeks, but this is hilarious. So if you know the camera crew, the cameraman was going up and down, as Seth Rollins was hitting him in the back with the steel chair.
Yeah, we're doing the typical Kevin Dunn shaky cam bullshit that everyone.
Oh my God! It's so realistic. It feels like I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I totally go like this when I'm seeing somebody get beat up by a fucking chair.
Actually, James, I can't see you at all.
Yeah.
Well, you can't, but they probably can.
Yeah. I can see him on my end. So then Seth Rollins goes in the ring to attack Brock Lesnar with the chair, and Brock Lesnar leaves because he probably doesn't want to deal with mainly because Brock Lesnar has better things to do. So there you go. This segment, though, I thought was a good segment.
What the heck is going on?
That's at least my opinion. What about you, John? How does this segment sound from the outside looking in?
It sounds like they're building towards a triple threat. From what I'm gathering here.
Yeah, but they're not.
And I know the result of the main event tonight, so it feels as though that Drew's going to be inserted in the match, making it a triple threat, which is going to be pretty good. I mean, these are three really talented people. Brock, when he wants to be, can be a really talented wrestler.
That's very true.
But
Hold on.
I never thought I would say this to you, to your face. You won.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever said that to you before. So
Probably not.
Yeah, because they're having Drew and Roman in the match.
Yeah, Drew and Roman are having a match. So
I guess winner will get in the title match. That's my guess.
Maybe, I don't know, but because that ties in later on. So
I'd rather
I'd rather
Drew in the title picture than that because because they build up McIntyre so well, over the past since he's returned back up to the main roster, and James has left.
I don't know why he keeps leaving. He's fine on video on my end.
Oh yeah.
So,
there's somebody else who we'll get to later on in the show that I think will be better for the Roman return match.
Okay.
But Drew, they've built him up so well as this very great heel. I think he's very lost on camera, I think.
Yeah. The only time he's lost, the last time I think I remember him losing, one-on-one was against Finn at TLC. But that was because of interference too, so.
Yeah, so he's barely lost clean. He's been the best on-screen heel for the better part of a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he should be in the main event picture, and Roman should be doing a match with somebody else.
We'll see.
We'll get to later.
Well, yeah. Noah and Chris, what did you guys think of this opening segment?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Seth Rollins beating the crap out of Drew McIntyre with a steel chair. I'll get to a plot point later on that I
Okay.
hit
Yeah.
to death later on. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah. Noah, what do you
I
think?
thought
Of
it was okay. It kind of introduced what Raw normally does, our story of the night, because as we already know prior to this, it'll be Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins in the main event of Raw, following up to the fallout of last week's Raw, where Drew McIntyre took out Dean Ambrose, who we know is leaving the company, allegedly. Anyway, I thought it was good, Bill, considering how cold this feud has been and how many people are disinterested in this match, because you have your typical Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman stick, and most people are pretty much at the point now they know, oh, Brock Lesnar's in the match, he's going to retain. But hey, the 16 chair shots, it was pretty amusing, and the camera guy went viral, so I guess something was memorable about it.
Yeah. I will say this, though, to defense. The reason why, because also Rollins got hurt in between, so they lost a month of build-up, so you can't really... Yeah. Now,
Why does
James,
I swear he has the worst luck when it comes to the fucking build to Mania. Like, how often does he get injured, like, right before a fucking Mania?
Past
Yeah, I
4
know.
years, I think.
It's ridiculous.
I think
Well,
last...
it's been 4 years.
But James, I'll say that you don't need to keep turning your webcam on and off because you're
Well,
fine on my end.
I didn't know. No,
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine on my end. So,
Cool. All right.
John, you want to pick us down our next segment? This one you might need help with too.
Finn Balor and a mystery
What about
partner.
my thoughts? I fucking saw the thing.
I thought you gave your thoughts already. Sorry.
Oh, barely.
James ignored.
I'm getting ignored. What am I doing? All right.
He went full hurricane there.
I didn't mind the segment once they explained it later, but yeah, before I was concerned why the babyface was attacking the heel from behind.
Well, I thought
Until they explained it later.
I thought that made sense in a way because it was kind of McIntyre getting redemption on him because he did the same thing to Roman Reigns last week.
And Dean Ambrose, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't attack him from behind, but.
Well, yeah, he didn't attack him from behind, but he did didn't care about Dean Ambrose's safety for sure.
Plus,
Exactly. Remember the pencil?
Well, he did
spot
attack
they put
Roman
over?
from behind, and that's Seth's brother. So
yeah.
Yes.
Now, Noah's frozen on my end. Is he frozen on your end, or?
No, he's not.
He's fine now.
He's moving.
Okay.
He's barely moving.
That's so.
I think he's dead.
It's so hard to tell with Noah because he just does a freeze frame like so well. You can't tell if he's frozen or not.
It's
So
like a mannequin challenge. I just probably go like this.
yeah. So
Cue the technical difficulty music.
yeah. But yeah, John. Break us down the next match now. Segment.
Finn Balor and a mystery partner faced off against Lashley and Leo Rush. The mystery partner ended up being Braun Strowman. Lashley ran away from the big scary man,
Oh my fucking.
leaving poor Leo Rush to get his ass kicked.
Yes.
At one point, Leo Rush almost threw up because in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
And Braun is continuing his feud with two unfunny guys from SNL.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we'll get into that later too.
Yes,
So,
John, you are 100% right.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't lie. This was
And
just
your
there in a
assessment
way.
of Colin Joseph Echo Chi, by the way.
Yeah. I can't lie. I didn't hate this though, because if you, this is kind of like one of those things you have to see. Like seeing Braun Strowman kick the crap out of Leo Rush, that's awesome. But
That's
this-
fine. but
I saw
God
Khalid throwing a
Poor
dumpster.
little midget.
yeah,
God damn it. I'm sick of seeing the way they treat Bobby Lashley. They
Yeah.
fucking done him no favors.
neither they haven't done Braun Strowman no favors, and
Yeah, it's
neither
just
one-
like two guys that have not had any favors for any of them. Yeah, just put them together since they got nothing else going on.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Bobby-
You called the nail right. You hit the nail on the head right there.
No, I don't think they've done Braun any favors either.
No.
Yeah, they didn't do either one of them any favors.
Nope.
Bobby Lashley, $1 million body. He can actually work a little bit. Soft his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's why Leo Rush exists. But now they're
Yep.
fucking having Bobby Lashley run away from Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But while I was entertained by this, I'll put the critics hat back on. Which I don't wear hats much, but it's a visible hat. and say this benefited nobody, and this segment was just filler. So
Exactly.
Yep.
Leo got squashed.
yeah,
Yeah. So really, anything else to fucking say from anybody? I mean, that's pretty much it.
yeah.
Terrible,
I mean, everyone's-
horrible, awful. It was too predictable that it's going to
Yeah.
be Braun Strowman once Michael Cole kept alluding to it being Braun Strowman for about 5 minutes.
Like,
Yeah.
no shit. We know it's Braun Strowman, Cole. Stop
But-
it. Put your boner away.
Let's move on.
I also-
Raw. Okay, let's not
Monstrous
dwell on crap.
proportions.
Let's move past it. Keep
I
going.
also want to say this too.
I swear, Cole was having a monstrous boner when he kept saying Braun Strowman's name over and over again.
I also want to say
Well, he
this too.
did.
Lost time, Sasha
You know,
Banks.
Braun Strowman's like lost all his momentum. That he was when he nearly took the fall on this match too.
He
Like,
lost all his momentum since Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Thanks,
John.
guys.
Next,
Ronda Rousey backstage, basically saying that I'm going to kick everyone's ass. I don't care what these wrestling fans think of me. Blah blah blah. Breaking kayfabe. Moving on.
they also did like a funny bit where they tried to fine her for being late to the building, and they were mad at her for it. But
It looked like a massive orgy.
yeah, what's up, Noah? You gonna say something?
No, I was just saying, air quotes, fine. A fine, undisclosed amount.
Yeah. So
$500.
I actually like this segment though. I thought Ronda Rousey's delivery was very good. So
Yeah, definitely.
She's better as a heel, I will say that, but it's long
Yep.
overdue.
yes,
Yeah,
Chris, your
'cause she's the
thoughts?
smiling doofus.
Say again?
She was
Chris,
the smiling
your
doofus.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Thank God she's not anymore. Although I gotta be honest, I'm still not in favor of her breaking kayfabe the way she did,
No.
calling it fake.
And she's
It's
selling
just like-
merchandise too, all related to what she's been saying about kayfabe and Ronda and Charlotte. So there you go.
Yeah.
That Rousey on the
Why
Raw series
why
is-
do WWE feel the need to tell us it's fake, especially in like the middle of a fucking blood feud, like the one, like, you know, Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte? Like, why are you doing that?
Don't ask me. I don't work for WWE, and if I worked for Vince, I probably would shoot myself because I can't stand the guy.
Yep, same. I'm with you.
I feel like it's not because I can't stand the guy, but like working for Vince is probably like one of the hardest things ever because
No, I
He's
wouldn't be able to
ruined
stand the guy.
families of his creative team because he will literally call you in the middle of the night while you're asleep just to throw this idea or what are your thoughts on this or how you're a superstar. Vince doesn't rest and he expects you not to do the same.
yeah.
Vince, I would like to work just for one day, just to observe all of the crazy going on in his head.
Yes.
That'd be the
then
longest
quit.
24 hours
Oh,
of your life.
yeah.
You would need more ibuprofen than.
I
Like-
wanna-
Like,
this is-
One day.
I would love to be a fly on the wall when he's talking about the hand,
yes.
Vince
or
on-
or the
Triple H on
necrophilia, or the
record-
Or the
Triple H
Katie
on
Vick.
record has
Or-
stated that he won't even work out with Vince because the man's crazy.
wanted
The
to
man's
bang
crazy.
his own daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, I even said, by the way, it's like in a day and age, by the way, and people are like, well, he can't be that bad of a guy because, all these guys say all these nice things about him. Yeah, that's because they're told to.
No,
That's
no,
their
no.
boss.
No,
They're
no, no, no,
supposed
James.
to.
James. He's the only big game in town for now
For now,
that can pay him all this money.
yeah. That's why they fucking say it. It's like, but I guarantee you, if they weren't on his payroll, and people have said it, they will shit all over him for him trying to start an incest angle. That
Yeah,
alone
pretty
should
much.
be enough to get anybody shunned.
All right, moving on.
Next, John.
A moment of bliss.
Oh,
This
Jesus
talking segment.
Did I
These
forget
are
to
normally
write with
terrible.
Elias?
What?
Did I forget to write with Elias?
Yeah, it's Elias, the
Yes,
special guest.
Yeah, Elias is like down here. It's not even on here. Oh, this is a moment with bliss. WrestleMania with Elias. I guess I'll put them together.
Alright.
Um,
I think I messed it up because it was because I wrote this like I don't like link these afterwards. So
Allow me to help you. After the stupid match, Leo Rush got squashed. There's a backstage interview with Braun Strowman about the SNL guys. Alexa Bliss though says, "Give me a week. I'll sell things, make it right." And then we get our
Right.
least favorite segment now and talk show segment of the modern era in WWE, A Moment of Bliss, with special guest Elias.
All it is
Now
a fucking
continue.
thirst trap.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's a goddamn thirst trap.
Yeah.
Why?
With no thirst.
Yeah,
So then,
exactly.
Elias
we
announces.
don't even get any making out at by the end of the fucking thing. There's no entertainment to have of this whatsoever goddamn ever. She literally just gawks over the guys she fucking has come out, has them do their heel shtick, and
Or
that's it.
babyface.
Or babyface stick, whatever the fuck she has on. She just stands there and looks at them. That's all the fucking segment is.
There was
Such a-
Elias did announce he's going to try to perform again at WrestleMania since he was interrupted last year.
He's gonna get interrupted again.
Yeah, and then he gets interrupted. Speaking of interrupted, he gets interrupted by the Condon Line and Heavy Machinery, and Alexa Bliss is upset because that was supposed to happen afterwards, but they went too early. It's not like it's their fault though. The theme song played. What were they supposed to do? Not go out there? So, I'm obviously kidding on that one. And then he gets attacked by some luchador who I thought was going to be Sami Zayn, but wasn't Sami Zayn. I don't know why I would think it'd be Sami Zayn. I just thought it would be. Maybe because
You missed Sami Zayn. Just admit it. We missed Sami Zayn.
We
His
did
insane little walk to the ring and his great in-ring action.
Yeah.
Why isn't Zayn back yet?
Well, they're probably
He's
saving him
back
for after.
soon, but creative has nothing
They're
to do
saving
with
him.
That's
Yeah,
why
they want to
he's
save.
not
I think they're
back.
saving him for after because they need to get some pops after Mania. So I think they're saving
Well, they
him.
gotta be set after Mania and make WWE worth watching besides NXT 205 Live and NXT UK. So good luck with that.
I wonder what they're gonna do.
Yeah. And anyhow, then yeah, no, it wasn't Sami Zayn. It was No Way Jose, which I should have known because it's his Condon Line. So, and then it proceeds to be like an Elias No Way Jose match where you guessed it, Elias squashes him. No offense from No Way Jose. He continues just basically, Chris, you just if you watch this match, you watch main event because this match was a match you would see on main event. So
Exactly.
didn't like any of this.
No Way Jose stands tall. Elias music plays, and he
But then the
loses
match-
them in the following match.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah.
Such
Elias
a waste
gets
of
beaten
time.
down, and his music still plays.
This
How
whole
does this sound to you? Because you didn't see it, so.
Who cares about Noah Jose?
okay,
That's really what it is.
And they've
I
completely
care.
squashed Elias.
Yeah.
I care about No Way Jose. He should be in the main event of WrestleMania.
Conga Line should be a part of a
No
lumberjack
Way
match
Jose,
main event.
Universal Champion.
Speaking of WrestleMania, Kurt Angle came out. As
We're
I
on-
see,
We're on this, aren't we?
yeah, this is the next segment.
Noah gets to go first when he gives his thoughts on it, so.
Noah's already walked out of the fucking match.
He's already gone.
I can't see Noah, so I'm assuming he got up and left.
Yeah, he did.
He failed. Oh,
All right, here we go. Kurt Angle comes out. Fans chant, "You suck" with him. This segment sucks.
Yeah.
He announces that his opponent, the speculation all week, could it be John Cena? Could it be Samoa Joe? Could it be Chad Gable returning Jason Jordan? Nope.
Nope.
They actually, one speculation was The Undertaker.
Nope. No. In fact, it's the bane of my existence as a wrestling fan.
Of everybody's existence as a
Well, no, especially mine. This is the purpose of the question why I've quit watching wrestling full time. Baron Corbin.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Those
John, can I tell you where Law was this week, too?
Where?
Chicago. And where was the Kurt Angle John Cena match? The first one.
Chicago.
Ding.
No. This is beside the point. So now I want to preface this by saying that as somebody who has gone on rants about part-timers before, it's a fact that part-timers should be used at WrestleMania to put over the new star. That's always been my belief. Baron Corbin's not a new star, people. He's not a star. He is a abysmal talent. His look sucks. He sucks. He can't work. He can't talk. He doesn't. He can't. He won't draw a dime. The only thing he has going for him is the fact that he is tall
and has kick-ass theme music.
That's it.
That's it.
And literally, you can get rid of him, give that theme song to literally anybody else,
James.
and no one would bat an eye. No one.
All right, Noah.
So this
Continue, John.
this tall pig-faced motherfucker.
Yep.
Is the choice for Kurt Angle.
And this isn't a troll, by
his-
the way, too. This is actually like WWE
This
actually
is
thought
legit
this
what
out.
they
This is
did.
what they wanted.
Yeah, this is what they're going for. Now, if you remember earlier, I said that Roman Reigns should have a different opponent than Drew McIntyre in his return squash match at WrestleMania. That's Baron Corbin. A guy that no one likes. Roman Reigns is guaranteed a big reaction in New York. Reigns goes over clean. Everybody wins. Corbin gets his WrestleMania payday. He comes out as a heel. He can't work anything, but he'll get heat. Roman comes out, beats him. Good feels, good WrestleMania moment, and then he can go accompany himself in the main event. No. No, no, no. We get him versus Kurt Angle, my personal favorite wrestler of all time. His final match is going to be against Baron Corbin.
Baron fucking Corbin.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to change. There's speculation that they're going to change it, but I don't think
No.
they'll change it.
Oh no,
No.
Vince looks at all
No,
this
they're-
hate.
Change it.
He looks at all this hate that we're giving him, that we're giving Corbin. He says, "Yeah, I got something here. I got something here."
Or
I'm
either
gonna
that,
roll.
either that, or he's laughing his ass off.
No,
By
that's what
the
he's
way-
doing. That's because
by
that's
the
how Vince
way-
works.
By the way, this is why people tune out of Raw. This is why we don't fucking watch.
Yeah.
Do you not see the fucking problem here? This is beyond just Baron fucking Corbin. This is beyond that at this point. This is a bigger problem that has been plaguing the WWE for years. For fucking years. You
I don't
want to
think-
know why people like me and John and others have stopped watching the main roster? This is the exact kind of shit why, dude. No one wants to see Baron Corbin fight Kurt Angle in Kurt Angle's last match. Not to mention, by the way, it doesn't even make storyline sense from a kayfabe perspective. This feud was done at TLC. Kurt Angle already angle slammed him.
He cost him his job. He cost him his
He
job.
cost him his job. He was done. It was over. This is done. Why are we bringing this feud back? Corbin
John,
already lost the fucking feud.
I'm saving Noah's thoughts for last. Chris, what are your thoughts about this? John, but you're not finished. But you're not finished yet.
No, I was done. We can move on. You
Okay.
can go to other people.
All right, Chris.
It's disappointing. It should not have been Baron Corbin.
Understatement of the year right there.
Understatement of the fuck.
It's,
Understatement of the
It's a
fucking
disappointment.
Can I tell?
it's like going to a restaurant and then not having your favorite food when it's always on the menu.
Yeah.
That's Baron Corbin.
Can I? Because I'll tell you this too, like Chris. It's kind of like an insult because this is like the second week where I've gone to watch Raw. Looking forward to this was like the segment I was looking forward to the most, and I was like let down. Like,
You
Oh,
shouldn't
so
have
you mean what WWE does on a constant fucking basis then?
but I didn't think they would do this for like Kurt Angle's last match. This is something I would expect them to do, like with freaking like
Always expect the unexpected, even if
Yeah.
it's shit.
But I don't think that Baron Corbin's the choice.
I
Do
don't
I
know,
think they're serious about Baron Corbin being the choice? Yes. Do I think they're serious about Baron Corbin being the choice right now? No. I think they're going to change it because they realize that the reaction was not the desired reaction that they wanted.
I ain't holding my breath. I'm not.
But it's like, what? It doesn't make any sense though. Why not announce John Cena? This was literally the same place where the first match took place. It would make the most sense. Like,
Let's not forget about what Edge said too, saying, "Oh, I'm sick of people ragging on."
He's just being, he's being a sheep. That's what he's doing.
Thank you.
No.
God, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's fucking saying it. Look, the
He's
guy's
just saying that because he's a company guy.
Yeah, it's
He's a
ridiculous.
WWE lifer.
Like,
He's gonna keep
and by the way, like people like were like messaging me like, "Oh my God, Edge likes Baron Corbin." I'm like, no, he doesn't. He probably fucking couldn't care less about the guy. He's saying it because he's a fucking corporate shill, and he has to say that shit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
like a
People
legend
cannot
stuff,
take.
so.
I hate to say it, but until Edge is not on the payroll in any capacity, period, and is not working with WWE on any projects like Edge and Christian Show, and he's like working with, I don't know, like AEW or Impact or Ring of Honor, until that day happens, you can't take anything he says defending WWE with any validity. Especially when it's just flat out wrong.
Yeah.
Which this absolutely is.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin is a fucking dreadful goddamn wrestler. End of story.
You can even tell, like, when Edge says, too, like, you can tell he's just being a sheep because it doesn't even sound like something Edge specifically would say. So,
No.
Everyone's got to stop talking now because now it's time for John's first time to see a Noah Foster rant. This is John, you're gonna love this.
No, I'll go take the floor, bro. He might not be able to see him, but he'll be able to hear him.
I could see him.
Oh my God, here we go. Glasses are off.
It means business.
What the fuck is wrong with fucking WWE? Are you fucking kidding me? You're telling me we got freaking Baron Dumpster Fire, fucking Corbin, Samoa Joe, we could have got freaking Shelton Benjamin, could have got freaking Chad Gable, could have got freaking Jason Jordan, could have got freaking Drew Gulak, because that would have been submission specialist versus submission specialist. No! We got Baron Corbin, who still thinks he's a fucking authority and the fucking general manager of Monday Night fucking Raw, and you're telling me that this is WrestleMania worthy? Are you kidding me? The only saving grace is that John Cena comes out after Kurt Angle squashes Baron Corbin and be like, this is what you want to give the people? No, we're not going to give the people this. I want this match. You want this match. They want this match. And you set up John Cena versus Kurt Angle that freaking night. No one gives two rat's asses about Baron Corbin. He can die in a dumpster fire, okay? So fuck all that.
That was the bleeps really dated. I don't know if he had that. I don't know.
It's not even like the bleep we're censoring out the F words. It was just straight up saying fuck over them.
You know what made it? You know what made it really worth it for me too is so on my end, it's probably not going to show it. He was like freezing like every couple seconds, and so
His
it
rant
actually
was so heavy that it froze. That it kept freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing on your end, Noah. Oh God.
It froze on what?
Yeah, it froze on like certain parts of your rant, so you were just like. There was just certain parts where you were just frozen, like, especially when you said the first fuck.
Well,
but this, I don't know, John, if you knew there's more. I just invited. So the retirement tour though isn't over yet because then.
No. Let me fucking vent about this shit because I need to. No, not only do they troll us by giving Corbin, they give us Chad Gable versus Kurt Angle on Raw.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Even PJ's upset.
PJ disapproves of that.
I would rather see Chad Gable versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania. I'd rather see that, not fucking Corbin. No, we got it on Raw, and it wasn't Barry.
And by the way, it was American Alpha Chad Gable, if anyone didn't realize.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
Which means American Alpha is probably coming back. You know who I would rather? I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I'd rather Jason Jordan. I seriously would.
Jason Jordan can't wrestle.
I thought he said he was coming back or trying to. I thought he was cleared.
He's trying to, but he can't because he doesn't have feeling in one of his arms.
Oh shit. Well then, I guess that
He still doesn't have. It was like he doesn't have feeling in one of his hands.
There goes that idea. I was gonna say because if he was coming back from a neck injury, ironic.
He would have been back by now.
But Kurt Angle and Chad Gable have a match. It's a pretty good technical match. You could definitely see that Kurt Angle, can't go as like the old Kurt Angle because he got gassed kind of in the middle of the match. So Kurt Angle won with did he win the ankle lock or the ankle slam? I don't exactly.
Ankle lock with the grapevine.
Ankle lock with the grapevine.
And then Baron Corbin comes out and
can we just skip this?
The more that I pretend Baron Corbin doesn't exist, the more that I think it might happen.
Yeah, but he says that that he wants to make Kurt Angle. He wants to embarrass Kurt Angle in his last match, and he said that he's going to embarrass him so much that the only thing that people
WWE stocks are going to plummet again. What?
Possibly, but no, that that Kurt Angle that would be the last match, the only match that people remember of Kurt Angle is his last match. And then they proceed to go to like a backstage segment where Baron Corbin's talking to the Revival. The Revival aren't really paying attention. They're just like wows about their championships. And I don't even remember what they were talking about, but Apollo Crews comes up and thinks that he's disrespecting the legend Kurt Angle, and he doesn't realize how big of a moment this is that he gets to wrestle Kurt Angle in his last match. So he challenges him to a match, and Baron Corbin accepts, and they do like a funny joke where he says nobody likes Baron Corbin, and he asks, he says to the Revival, "You guys like me, right?" And the Revival say, "No, we don't like you," and leave. John, I will tell you too, that was the Revival's only appearance on Raw this week.
All right.
If they disapprove of Corbin, I think that's probably the best segment that the Revival's had in the last 2 years.
Can I tell you something funny too? I actually missed this segment, so when I saw the Baron Corbin Apollo Crews match happen, I actually thought they were just randomly having a match for no reason. So, there's that.
Shit. Guess what? I'll run it down quick. They have a match. Corbin wins. Lol.
Yeah. No,
fuck this.
No, that's not what happened, actually.
Oh, yeah, did Lashley win, right? I don't fucking know.
No, Apollo Crews won. Lashley wasn't in the match, so I don't know where you got that.
I'm sorry, because people kept calling him Baby Lashley. They look the same.
Yeah.
They kind of do.
All right, John.
Boston Hug Connection having an interview saying they're going to have a match on Tuesday.
Yes.
Yay.
Nothing much to it. Moving on. Mojo Rawley having a feud in the mirror.
There was more.
Okay, what did I miss? Oh, Beth Phoenix. Yeah, come out of retirement. Sorry, missed that part.
And then they did like a match with Natty and Sasha, and Simone Slaughterhouse laid everybody out.
Simone, this sounds like a restaurant I'd see in I-95, like going down to Florida, like in the Carolinas.
I'd rather go to Shoney's.
Anyone? Can we just move on from that? Actually, Beth Phoenix announcement too didn't get a big pop because it took place right after the Kurt Angle segment. And I would just say this: I like Beth Phoenix, but I feel like she was a good wrestler in an era of bad wrestlers. That's why I didn't really pop as much because I really wasn't like a huge Beth Phoenix.
You also got to consider after the Kurt Angle announcement, there was nothing but "We want Cena" chants, CM Punk chants, and beach balls. Pretty much the entirety of Raw after that went.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beth.
Yeah, it went to shit as it fucking should be. By the way,
Beth Phoenix's biggest contribution to wrestling was with Santino.
Yes.
Sadly, yeah. True. I mean, and the Divas of Doom, which I mean, if you're gonna put her back with Natalya, fine. Yeah.
What if they're not gonna go by that name anymore? So they'll have to be called the Women's of Doom now.
I'm fine with that. Women of Doom sounds more intimidating.
Chances are they won't go by a tag name. They'll just come out as Beth Phoenix and Natalya to separate music.
They shouldn't do that. They shouldn't do that though. They should do. Women of Doom.
Well, if they're not coming back to the full-fledged official tag team, what's the point? Face it, guys. This is the one-off for WrestleMania. It should have simply been Boston Hug versus the Iconic. And if you want to add another team, it should have been someone from NXT or NXT UK. But it doesn't matter because the titles, they're irrelevant, and they're going to remain irrelevant because really, it's just a byproduct of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
I love how we got the women's tag titles before any cruiserweight tag titles, which they probably will never fucking make. It's fucking infuriating.
You don't even need belts.
This is what you want. This is what you wanted. You
We
wanted
have too many.
I definitely wanted the women's title, tag titles. I said if they fucking build teams, not if they just randomly fucking, let's just fucking make a bunch of makeshift teams.
What do you think was going to happen?
You
did
got
that with the
to
men's,
WWE,
but
I know.
The
I should
main roster does not care about tag team wrestling in either gender.
Nope.
I like John. Continue.
Mojo Rawley having a feud with a man in the mirror.
Yeah, himself.
He should just sing that song once.
What?
Well, because I thought you were referencing Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror.
That's exactly what they're
I'm
referencing.
standing in the man in the mirror. I swear he's just going to be the newest Wyatt family member at this point. That's where it looks like they're.
I swear to God, he's gonna develop a crying gimmick.
Yeah. We're not talking about this anymore. Move on.
Ricochet and Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers.
Who
We
cares?
assume that Ricochet won in a squash.
That's
I
Should
think they
have
had to.
quicker.
Yeah, they couldn't do anything with him and Aleister Black because Aleister Black was on his honeymoon. So why not just have the man?
In a Vega. Good for him.
Yeah.
WWE announced their Warrior Award recipient, which is actually the first time they actually did what the Warrior wanted to do with the Warrior Award, and that's give the unsung heroes a Hall of Fame inductions. In this case, I don't remember her name. I think it was she was in charge of all their charity drives, so it's a worthy recipient.
I'll look
Congratulations.
it up.
That's fine. I just hope eventually that they give the Warrior Award to Jim Johnson.
Nancy Aitken, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking it up right now.
I don't know her name. I don't care. I just hope one day.
Sue Ashton.
Yeah, Sue Aitken or Atchison or whatever.
Atchison, Sue Atchison, a 30-plus year WWE employee who spearheaded WWE's community outreach program.
Like, I'm fine with that, but I just hope one day they give Jim Johnson his just due, and
Yeah.
if not, I don't even think he should be given the Warrior Award. I think he deserves his own induction.
Well, they didn't end on good terms, so he's not gonna be inducted for.
Yeah, I love how I love how like anything Baron Corbin touches turns to shit. Notice that?
Yeah.
Because after he was done writing the instrumental for Baron Corbin's new theme with Tommy Vext, they fucking booed him.
Yeah. Maybe continue, John.
Seth Rollins was interviewed backstage saying
I don't
that I'm
remember
going to
this
win
at all.
tonight.
So I
Was
don't
Seth
remember
Rollins interviewed backstage? I thought.
I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, I don't remember it either. Moving on.
Dana Brooke and Ronda Rousey was next.
Yep. So
Okay,
the one
this
who-
was admittedly pretty fun.
the one that doesn't give a damn about their reputation facing up against Dana Brooke, who just got squashed.
Dude,
Yes.
she got one slap in, and then fucking Ronda hits this sick looking high knee right to the goddamn jaw, and then hits the armbar, and it's over.
See,
Yeah.
that's why I like about
legitimate.
Ronda Rousey, the fact that they're actually now making her into a monster.
Finally,
Long
only took him
overdue.
it only took him like a full year to figure this out.
Yeah, basically.
There's more, John, though.
Oh yeah. Her husband punched a ref. Security guard. They were escorted out. They were booed out of the building.
Yeah.
Which means Travis Brown's probably gonna be in WWE some point down the line.
He was banned from the building.
Yeah. I like this.
Yep.
I thought it was a win.
What do you think, Chris? Because I know you're not the biggest Ronda Rousey supporter.
It was there.
It was there. Yeah. Well, all right. You don't think that they're at least finally booking her right? Finally, as far as on TV, forget about the fucking kayfabe shit, because you and I are on the same page there. But like, as far as on TV, the way they've been booking her now, finally.
Yeah.
All right.
I think. I mean, I didn't mind her being a babyface, but she should have been more than a smiling doofus.
Yeah, I agree.
But
She wasn't like that in UFC.
she can obviously excel as a babyface, as we've seen, but she's just better at playing the heel right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because she can actually do the fuck you face when she walks out of the ring.
Now she can just do angry face all the time, which she does anyway.
Except for when she fucking comes down to the fucking ring when she was babyface. No, what about you? What do you think of this?
The Ronda Rousey segment.
Yeah.
Well, I think she's finally being the badass character that allegedly is supposed to go with her name. And I think that as far as exposing the business, I think that's a bit overkill. But I like
Thank you.
that she literally is given no attitude because she ain't going to do anything to me because I bring in money. So I like this. Now, as far as her husband getting involved and literally pulling her out of the ringside area and then walking up together, hopefully that's a one-off. Hopefully he doesn't come like a factor at WrestleMania or in her corner. Fun segment overall. Dana Brooke, incredible seller. Hope her arm's actually okay.
Yeah, dude, she bent. Is she double jointed?
I
Dana
have
Brooke?
no idea.
Because she bent
Might-
her arm like it was fucking broken, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably was,
What
which is good.
do
So
you
the
mean
big
with
TV. Get Dana Brooke off my TV.
Okay. So you wish for her to have a broken arm?
I'm a sick human being.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Gee, why don't
horrible.
you put Mickey James in that spot then if that's how you feel?
No, I'm playing around, but she's awful.
Yeah.
She is pretty bad. As
She
wrestling
sucks.
wise, I'll give you that much. But she definitely the
I think
one
she
thing
is.
Dana Brooke can at least do, which is definitely an upgrade from Corbin, she can at least sell like a motherfucker. I'll give her
She
that
also
much.
can't get a reaction when she's trying to be a babyface.
Oh yeah, no. That's why she should
Anyway,
be
you
here.
already talked about the crap segment next. Apollo versus Baron Corbin. So now you're on Batista tells his side of the rivalry with Triple H. Where he
Let's
looks
see
like
if John-
a guy out of Mafia.
What?
Yeah, John.
Oh, you want me to?
Talk
You want me to
about
keep?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
So
getting back on point because you were out of order.
all right. Sorry. I don't know why that came up. That I have it what as own road here. The pig-faced motherfucker faced off against a smiling Wayne Brady. The pig-faced motherfucker won.
Yeah.
Moving on. Big bad Drax Destroyer Batista
Yay.
interview from his home saying that he's gonna. The reason why he's fighting Triple H is because he hates Triple H.
Oh my god.
Which, I will say this: I don't know why he's having this storyline with Triple H, seeing how he's beaten Triple H at WrestleMania. He's never lost to
never
Triple H,
lost to
not to my
Triple H.
knowledge.
He's
Yeah.
never lost to him.
Yeah, so this feels kind of backwards.
Well,
But
You know what it is? I feel like I know exactly what it is. I figured it out finally because John and I talked about this. It's cool. You know what I think it is, John?
what?
I think they're this is another whole thing of them trying to like blend kayfabe and reality in. I think that's what it is, and I guess they're what the story they're trying to tell is Triple H basically did what he did to Ken Kennedy and Punk and all these other guys and held him down, talked shit behind his back, whatever, to Vince. That's what I think is being implied here.
Well, that's
Because
not-
otherwise I got fucking nothing.
Yeah, because you look at Batista. Batista is beaten Triple H 3 times. He's got the more successful movie career.
yeah, he was the top star on when him and he was the top star on SmackDown until he left basically. So
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah, and he's really got no reason to go after H. In fact, Triple H should be going after him instead.
well, basically,
And he ended with like one of the best heel runs that anybody could ever had.
I think
before he
too the
quit.
story they're trying to tell too is Batista wanted one more WWE one because I got this from the segment not this week but last week, and they wouldn't give it to him, so that's why he's mad too. So when he pulled Ric Flair out of his locker room, he's like, "Do I got your attention now?" That got Triple H to give him the match, but I just
No,
think-
no, you're not doing it right. Do I have your attention now?
that was awesome. I also am disappointed because I thought Batista's delivery was good, but I was expecting so much more from heel because heel Batista's usually
Yeah,
awesome. It hasn't.
yeah,
so
yeah,
far.
he got better at the end. I'll say that his
Give
promo
me
got
what
better
I
at the
want.
end, but he stumbled in the beginning.
he would just. I got the impression with Batista, which is not good for the program they're trying to sell here, that he'd rather be doing anything else right now than to be in front of the satellite.
I don't think that's it at all because if he wouldn't be here at all if you know.
No. I get what you're
If he
saying
didn't
there,
give
but
what he
what I'm
wants.
saying is it's just like he just felt too mellow, and it's just
Yeah.
like I just want to chill in my house.
Dave is sitting there like, I'd rather be filming Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Damn it,
be
Thanos,
I'd rather be on the
you're
set. I'd rather be on the set of Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Why did Thanos have to turn me to dust?
Fuck Thanos. He's a piece of shit.
But yeah,
He's filming something in Europe because that's where he was the last 2 weeks or so.
Noah and Chris, you didn't really get, and I guess John too, because you didn't really. What were your thoughts on the segment, John? Because you didn't really get to give your thoughts as much. You just kind of broke it down.
Okay, since it's the first time I've actually got on camera since Batista has made his return, I want to point out that current superstars, please take note. Dave Batista knows how to make himself look like a star, present himself as a star, make himself a badass. That no one else can seem to do nowadays.
Hey, Corbin,
Nobody.
take fucking notes.
Let's see here. Who are the most badass? Who are the most over people in WWE right now that know how to get over?
Ronda
Tommaso
Rousey,
Ciampa,
Batista,
before he got hurt.
Tommaso Ciampa, Brock Lesnar.
Most of those guys you just named are either part timers or former UFC fighters that got their fame somewhere else in UFC.
Yeah.
The only one is Ciampa, and he's hurt, so sorry.
Ciampa was a big star. I mean, Aleister Black too, if they book him right.
Dave knows how to book himself, knows how to present himself as a star, and he feels like a big deal. He feels like a star. No one else knows how to do that, which I think is WWE's main problem, is the fact they have a problem building up new stars.
Yeah.
Because either A, the stars, they push them too soon, and they fall flat on their face, or B, they put them in comedy spots and matches and have them lose all the time.
You know who else? You know who else we forgot to mention? Joe. Joe knows how to.
Yeah, Joe's how to present himself as a badass, but unfortunately, he either A, gets hurt, or B, is just stuck in the mid card.
Yeah.
He's not as technically sound as he once was. So I don't think he's slowed down a couple steps.
Yeah.
True.
This is not like Joe in 2005. This is like
Yeah.
this
Well,
is
this
15
is
years
Joe with
later.
2 bad knees.
He's got 2 bad knees and a bad back.
Yeah.
So that's really my rant on like current superstars today need to present themselves more as badasses like Dave Batista.
Yeah. What sucks about this is the feud kind of needs to be like really good because the match itself is either going to be just meh or just
Oh, it's gonna
bad.
suck.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck.
So the fact
Two
Triple
guys
H-
the combined age of 90.
yeah.
No, you know why? I don't think it would be that bad. Only because they're
It's all
handicapped.
fault, right?
They got a handicap when it comes to weapons, so they.
Yeah, they'll have a
I
handicap.
mean,
weapon.
if they can't produce a good no holds barred match, there's a fucking problem, and you need
When
to
was
step.
when
up
was
to the
Triple
ring.
H last? What did Triple H has last good match?
Daniel
Probably.
Bryan.
Yeah,
5 years ago. He had a
No,
match
there's
with
another
Sting
one,
with
I think.
Sting that sucked.
No, the mixed tag match at WrestleMania 34.
Where he barely
Yeah,
worked.
yeah.
The story
But
was
he
mainly
barely
Ronda.
worked.
I actually you guys will hate me, but I actually liked the Super Showdown match. I didn't love it, but I actually liked the Super Showdown match with the with Taker. Don't say anything, John. He's watching you right now, so.
Well, fine. I mean, we'll go with that. Fine, but that's it. And like the past 5 years, he's had a decent Super Showdown match.
And
That's
Dave has
it.
wrestled like less than 10 matches in the last like 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. So
Rollins and Drew McIntyre.
Oh wait, Noah didn't get to give those
Oh,
thoughts.
yeah. We got to get to Noah, man. Noah.
Whoever wants to go first can go first.
Well, what was it again?
The Batista
Batista's
Triple H.
interview.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
That was quick. Noah, what about you?
I thought it was a pretty good interview. It calls back to the history of Batista and Triple H all the way through Evolution, where he was basically looked at as the muscle. He basically called back also to how this is the way he wanted to go out, and the reason that he got away from Triple H was because he couldn't stand his overbearingness. Pretty good interview overall. The set behind him, it could have used a bit more atmosphere and ambience, especially if it looked like he was just behind like a brick wall. But hey, Batista, I enjoyed Gil Batista. Glad to see him back. It will be a nice one-off match. Michael Cole needs to shut up.
All right. And
Well,
then
God
the Charlie
damn.
Caruso. We kind of already broke down the Charlie Caruso backstage segment, so yeah.
Yeah, that was the backstage interview you were trying to talk about earlier with Seth freaking Rollins before he went out there.
No, this was when Braun announced himself in the Andre Battle Royal. I guess
Oh yeah, SNL. Fuck that. Yeah.
I guess the SNL guys were making him so mad that he wanted to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Oh god, can we not talk about this?
Anyway, main event time. We're finally almost done with Raw. This is actually okay. So
Yeah.
fuck.
Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins going to try to avenge his friends. Because how dare Drew McIntyre try to injure them?
Yes.
Yes.
Before this, McIntyre did the promo. I don't know if we're gonna get there, but
Yeah, McIntyre did do a promo. He basically just called Seth a coward for attacking him behind with the steel chair, despite him literally doing the same thing to Roman fucking Reigns.
but he's a heel. Though.
Not even a win cry.
It's accepted.
Yeah, it's he can say
Well,
that. The heel.
Yeah, but basically that is Rollins' reason why he did what he did to not Baron Corbin. I think he's Baron Corbin now because they've been fucking making those makeshift teams between the two for so long. Fucking Seth Rollins basically went and said, this is why I did what I did, because you need to be taught respect, basically. And then he comes out after burn it down!
Well, also to McIntyre, I liked the bit where he talked about how he's challenging Roman Reigns, but he doesn't refer to him as Roman Reigns. He refers to him as Joe Hanoa, or however you say his last name. So, and if you just go watch it, the way he says this promo was a typical like Drew McIntyre promo. It was awesome. Like this guy is like I think gotten so. And I thought he was good on the mic, in like his early days, but I think he's so much better on the mic now than he was in his early days.
It's not even close. It's night and day.
Yeah. All right, now John can break down.
Oh, actually, yeah. You know what? That's a guy who presents himself like a badass. Absolutely.
Drew McIntyre?
Drew McIntyre, yeah.
He needs to be booked. He needs to be booked a little bit better, though, I think.
No, definitely. But the stuff that they do give him, he books himself. He looks like a fucking killer. Like I wouldn't want to fuck with this guy.
No.
You know what I mean?
All right, John, break down the Seth Rollins Drew McIntyre match.
Seth looking to get revenge on Drew for injuring his friends with a guardrail and a kick to the head.
Yes.
And I bequeath a boot to the head.
Yeah.
No, it was a kick.
It was a kick. Claymore.
That's the point. God. You guys don't get the reference. I think
basically, Drew just throws Seth around. Seth looks nice. Then Drew wins.
Yes. He wins with interference from Brock Lesnar's music went off, and he came to the win and distracted him.
Stupid babyface mentality, distraction.
Now, there's been I know a lot of people don't like this finish because Seth is going into a Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar, and he shouldn't be losing. I disagree, though. I think Drew needed the win more because, he would have looked like a geek if he says, "I want to take out all members of the Shield leading up to Roman Reigns," and then he lost this match. I actually thought,
because he's losing the Reigns.
Yeah, so I actually like
that. He got the win seemed incredibly stupid to me.
Yeah, well, I actually liked this. It also kept
it protects both of them.
Yeah, I would have done the match at all, but in a way they kind of had to do the match because it wouldn't have made sense if like Seth didn't want this match after his boys got taken out. So I thought with what they had to do, it was thumbs up. So, and then I don't know who saw this, but the show technically was over. But if you go on the YouTube channel, there was something that
Ambrose just dirty deeds.
Baron Corbin. Yeah.
Which I got very confused about.
Well, because you forgot he attacked Seth Rollins and he came out and saved Seth Rollins. So, but it didn't make any sense. Like he just walks right back to Drew McIntyre.
By the way, why couldn't we just get that match, Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose? Because you could have booked.
I don't really. We saw how that match went at WrestleMania 33. I don't really want to see it again. So I'm cool with it.
I'd rather just Look, if Ambrose is on his way out, give him Corbin, and then he could squash Corbin. Anything but Corbin and Angle.
Yeah.
Corbin and Roman.
Yeah.
Well, Roman's already in a program with Drew,
No,
so the only other
no,
option
that's
I'm
what I'm-
saying is
that's
Ambrose.
what
Well,
I-
he's saying he wouldn't. He said he wouldn't have booked the program at all. So
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
yeah.
So
But,
overall, great for Raw.
Well, yeah, Chris. You can talk about the main event segment if you have anything new to say, and you can give your letter grade for Raw.
I liked it.
The segment of Raw.
The Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre match.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I didn't mind it.
What about letter grade for Raw?
C minus.
Okay, that's like an average grade. All right, James, you're kind of on the outside looking in. Letter grade for Raw.
Well, I mean, I still watch the YouTube clips. Fuck it, just because of the Corbin Angle shit, I'm giving him a D.
Okay.
The big D or the little D?
Oh, I'm giving it the big D. Oh wait, no, it's big D good. I don't know.
Yeah.
No,
All right,
it doesn't deserve a big D. I'm giving it the little D.
James,
I
you
can't
didn't
even
get
think
the
about that for a second.
reference, I don't think so.
Who gives a shit? Anyway, yeah, little D for me. There you go, D minus.
He finally admits it.
You know what? Just because of that, I'm giving it D minus.
Okay. Noah, letter grade for Raw.
D plus.
Okay. John, letter grade for Raw.
F.
Okay.
Failed to watch.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. One last thing I'll say about the Drew segment. I think Chris forgot to say it. What didn't make any sense is his ribs, and he didn't come out.
Oh
okay.
yeah, he didn't sell like he was attacked earlier in the night
Yeah.
At all.
at all. Not one thing. Not
Yeah.
a
That's
rib,
fucking
not anything. There was not 1 ounce of tape on those ribs.
Yeah.
Yep.
There
Chair
was
shots
not a
apparently.
limp. There was not a grimace. There was nothing.
Chair shots apparently meant nothing.
So
He was hit with memory foam.
my letter grade's tough because it's in the D range, but I don't know if I want to go D plus or D. But I'm gonna go D because this is supposed to be like one of the laws headed into WrestleMania, and they didn't hype me any more than I already was. Actually, if anything, my hype went down for WrestleMania, which is bad. So I'm
That's
leaving
why I gave it an
over.
F.
Yeah. And then everyone knows, I think, why my hype went down. So I couldn't imagine, like, if you only watched Raw and didn't watch anything else. I don't
Your
think
wrestling would have sucked if you didn't watch anything else.
Yep.
Straight
Yeah,
up.
if you did exactly like there's a rope. Go and hang yourself with it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think you're watching WrestleMania too if you don't watch,
Yeah, which, by the way, I don't know if I said this. I probably haven't, but it's official. I am going to NXT TakeOver and G1. So I'll be there for both shows at New York. I'm not going to make. I'm not sitting on my ass for 8 hours for mostly mediocre and a few big matches sprinkled here and there.
Enjoy your time there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna enjoy. What about you, Noah? Are you gonna be there? I thought you said you were planning on it.
No, that's SummerSlam.
Ah, you're right.
SummerSlam.
Hey, you going to Toronto?
SummerSlam.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
No DQ meet. He's going to no DQ meetup, so representing no DQ because he's representing no DQ. So
Yeah, he actually works for No DQ.
Yeah, man, I
little
know.
fun fact for you, John. There.
I'm subscribed to No DQ. I've seen Noah Foster for years.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They're on there.
Yeah.
all right,
I was on there too. It's good. It's good
Same.
shit.
Thanks.
Chris, you want to take us through SmackDown?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yay!
Interesting
Finally.
show we had here. Same commentary team as always.
Yeah.
It might change, you know.
If you
but
haven't
for
watched
now-
SmackDown for the past fucking 3 years, you probably wouldn't know. But
Well, no, 3 years ago it was different, admittedly. So a year and a half. It's been the same for a year and a half. We'll
2
say.
years.
Since
Whenever Corey
that's-
Graves took over, which is like 2.5 years ago,
yeah.
or 3.
Yeah.
Where did John go?
I'm
He'll be
still
back.
here. The bubble now.
Okay.
So the show opens up with our wonderful Miz.
Yes.
He opened the show up,
Oh,
cutting a promo about how he wants to beat the living shit out of Shane McMahon at WrestleMania.
my God, this promo was fucking awesome.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Me being a staunch hater of the Miz has changed. I love him now.
Yeah.
I know it's weird. I know that's weird for people who know me. Here, it's very weird.
Yeah, because you didn't even like him in his. I just realized you didn't even like him in his first babyface run, did you?
No, I did. I thought it was, but that's just me. No one else did. I'm probably the only one.
Yeah.
How impassioned he was about wanting to beat the shit out of Shane McMahon for putting his hands on his father,
Yes.
and just the way he conducted himself in this interview
It was
made me want to
fantastic.
run through a fucking wall for him.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
yes,
That is the
literally.
best.
If there was a wall for me to run through, I would have ran through it for the Miz, so he wouldn't have to get hurt, and I'd get hurt for him.
Yeah.
I'd take the bullet.
Oh my God, that's
Uh,
crazy.
It was just an incredible
Yeah.
promo. One of the things I've always been high on the Miz for is his talking ability, and it's on display here
Yeah.
My God,
tenfold.
yeah, it was fucking awesome, awesome promo by the Miz.
And the more the promo started to get going, the more the crowd got into it.
Oh my
It was
God,
dead at the beginning, but
I'll give my thoughts on
once
it
he
too.
started getting into it, when he started to get fired up, the crowd started to get fired up.
Yeah,
Alright.
I really loved this promo. I think it sold me too on the Miz Shane McMahon like program too, because I've been like one of the critics of that program. So I actually I can't wait to see them have a match now at WrestleMania. So
I'm very much. I was sold on it after Fastlane.
yeah.
But now I'm even sold. I'm more sold on it. What the hell is that in the background?
It's my clock.
Oh, okay.
It goes off every hour on the hour.
Hopefully I don't get copyright notice for that. So, John, did you see this promo segment? And if you did, any thoughts or?
Well, as somebody who has sang the Miz's praises for the last 2.5 years, I'll say, welcome on the bandwagon, everybody.
Yeah.
To your left,
I liked Miz too.
go all the way to the end of the row. You're
Stay
safe.
back, guys.
Yeah.
There goes Noah. I guess I'll go next, even though I kind of gave my thoughts, just to like keep.
I wasn't done.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. Sorry, John.
I
going,
wasn't
John.
done yet.
Continue, John.
So, yeah, Miz cuts a fiery babyface promo, his best ever babyface promo he's ever had. But, you know, me personally, I prefer Miz as heel because Miz is a better heel than he is a babyface.
Yeah, I agree with that too, but I feel like he's been a heel for so long. This is a nice change up for him. Like, I think this
Yeah.
feud really wasn't going to work too with Shane being the babyface because of the crown jewel thing. And it was in
Yeah.
Cleveland too, also, too, when they weren't going to boo Miz if he turned. So,
No, and plus, no, I'm just saying that in my personal preference.
yeah.
It was a welcome change.
As for Shane, it's the first time that Shane has been heel since, I don't know, 12 years since the last time he was heel.
It's probably been since like 2007.
Yeah, it was against Lashley. I think that was the last time he was heel.
2007.
Yeah. So and he cut a pretty fiery promo last week himself. So I kind of don't really know who's going to win this match in a way because it could go either way. So
The match will be a lot of high spots because it's Shane McMahon and it's the Shane McMahon match. But
I thought he was a heel now.
yeah, I know, but he's still going to do the coast to coast and all the other
He
stuff.
was doing
I mean,
the coast to coast back
I mean,
when he
what
was
is-
a heel.
what is Miz going to do the coast to coast or
That'd
the
be so fucking funny if he does that.
the standing
Shooting stuff.
shooting star press or the fake or the weird ass punches that Shane throws. You know
The way too quick punches.
Well, actually, John, I don't know if you
Or
saw. Fastlane.
wait. Maybe he'll do the elbow drop through the table.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if you
If
saw
Miz
that.
actually makes the, you know what? I will laugh if Miz tries to do that and he fails.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like he makes it like halfway and it just falls on the floor.
well,
let's
I don't know
do
if you
the
saw
coast to coast,
Fastlane,
but
John,
instead
but
of
Miz
going
was
all the way
finding some high
across,
spots at
Oh.
Fastlane too.
What were you saying, Chris?
instead of him like when he does the coast to coast, have him like jump off the top rope, but like land halfway, and then just run and like boot him.
True.
Yeah, that'd be funny. But yeah, I like this. James, you want to give your thoughts on it?
Yeah, my thoughts are basically that the Miz. Oh my God, his mic ability as
Yeah.
in this promo is second to none.
Yeah.
Like holy shit, he was getting that crowd so hyped up to see him beat Shane McMahon. It was insane.
Absolutely.
It was a really well done promo by the Miz.
He was getting emotional himself too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
I even liked, you could say this is a plot hole, but I even liked how Miz says this, you know, how he even talked about, like, the McMahons have owned the roster, but McMahon's damn sure don't own me. I really like that, too. I know technically, like, you could say, well, he does own you because you're under contract, but I feel like that's more of a figurative type of sense than anything else, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And throughout each of these promos we saw on this show, they would, since Kofi was wrestling the gauntlet match later, they would say, go get him, Kofi. So I like that. I like since you're back, we were able to, wait for you because we were able to talk about it and stuff. And
I started hearing y'all talk about the accolades and praising the Miz. Bottom line is this: Miz has improved incredibly, both as an in-ring worker and as a promo, ever since that Talking Smack segment. Everything he says is absolutely true, and it looks like to me he's also intertwining the fact that the McMahons, they're holding back Kofi, the McMahons are only in for themselves, the McMahons are the most evil people on the planet. To me, this is more than one story. This is not just Shane versus Miz. This is not just Kofi going for the WWE Championship. This is about the McMahons holding everybody down, even though we're supposed to be the authority. This calls back to me about the Kingdom storyline. I love this promo, and I'll admit it. Shane versus Miz at WrestleMania, it got me a little more invested into the match. Enjoyed it. But what's weird is they said that the gauntlet match was supposed to kick off the show. Hey, let's go to Cesaro Schroeder. Car subject to change. Go figure.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like that it didn't kick off the show with the way it ended. So,
Which we'll get to.
I will. You guys talk about the next segment. I will be back. Dinner is waiting and calling my name.
All right, enjoy.
And also, if anyone's interested, if you're wondering how I know this, Bruins just scored because I just heard Chris's alarm go off. So,
Bruin scored. That
Yeah.
was the alarm.
yeah, because he's got like one of those things. I bet Chris, you're gonna be happy when that leaves your house. So,
It probably definitely is because it's Paul's.
yeah. So you want to take us through the first match on the show, Chris?
All right. Boston Hardcore versus the Iconics. I just find it funny how Sasha and Bayley haven't appeared on SmackDown in like years. In their first match back as this illustrious women's tag team champions,
Yeah.
they lose to a comedy tag team. Wow. Really,
I actually,
really great.
I'll be honest. I'll give my thoughts on it too. I actually like the promo they cut when they did the reference to all of the celebrities like paying off colleges and stuff. I actually was laughing at that because that was a pretty big story.
It's a huge scandal.
Yeah.
It was.
So I thought that was funny. But I didn't really like the match that much. It was just kind of eh. Like I said, these women's tag team titles have. I think. I know you could say they have tag team titles, but I think this is like kicked because the woman's back to like the old Divas Revolution. Because anytime they do a segment with them, it's like the old Divas Revolution, like the whole Divas movement before. There's 2-minute matches that don't mean anything. So.
Well, to be fair, this match wasn't 2 minutes, and at least this was a freaking legitimate tag team since day one-ish on the main roster that actually picked up a tag team win. In my Iconics, the tag team titles would be elevated if the Iconics won. Not only would it bring a bunch of humor, hey, the revival even said the Iconics are better than us, okay? Tag team. You need to be a tag team. They come out to the same music. They are best friends. And they've been a tag team, have great chemistry since day one. They deserve this. They deserve the titles. Glad they got a legitimate win. Wasn't squashed.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the win we would say was legitimate because
Well, Iconics, they aren't clean wrestlers, okay? It goes with their character. They're going to use tactics like that. I was expecting them to do something like that. Bottom line, I'm glad they won. Maybe this means they'll be involved in WrestleMania in the title match. In my opinion, I'm tired of multi-person matches at WrestleMania just to fit everybody on the card. Kind of watered
Oh, yeah,
down
I agree with that.
stuff. It should just be the Iconics versus Boston Hug. And honestly, I feel like these titles would be more elevated on the Iconics, especially with the fact, hey, they're Australian. There's your international flavor right there. Imagine them taking them to freaking NXT UK.
well, I kind of disagree with that because you know, I think the Boss and Hug connection will get better matches with them as champions, especially if they can go to like NXT.
Are they actually going to get outside of Raw? Think about it. This is WrestleMania. Do you honestly believe we're going to get better matches with NXT Town, NXT UK Town after WrestleMania where it's like, oh, you guys are Raw stars. Keep the titles here. You got Simone Slaughterhouse. You got Mickie James and Alicia Fox. And you got Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad. You guys will be fine.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. We'll see. John, your thoughts on this match?
Well, as somebody who was pretty much anti this division, the match was fine. The Iconics are actually a team that's been there since NXT.
Thank you.
I do agree with Noah that maybe like it would legitimize the belts if they had been the first ever champions because they're the actual tag team, the only actual tag team that were not makeshift together at the last minute. But they're gonna do like a 4-way tag match or something like that at Mania for the title.
I think it's safe to stay at this point.
Maybe, yeah. I like James. I actually like James's idea of the gauntlet match that he posted, but except take out Trish and Lita for Sky Princesses. But your thoughts on this, James? Since I just cued you, so
yes. By the way, for those who don't know who Sky Princesses are, that's Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
yeah.
NXT.
Yes, they honestly should have put them on the card. I think they're more than ready, especially if you're including all brands. Why not? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Okay.
It's a typical Iconics match. The better or the worker of the two was obviously Peyton. It's not even close.
Oh yeah.
And there you go. Those are my thoughts on it. Hopefully they do give them the titles just because they're the only legit tag team. Other than,
I actually think it's gonna be like when they do the match, they're just there to eat the fall. I don't think they're actually gonna.
Simone Slaughterhouse to eat the fall. They're the most irrelevant.
Yeah.
yes, please.
No, actually, Beth and Natty should eat the fall because they're not gonna be a team as much. So.
Yeah, that too.
All right, Chris, break us down the next segments and stuff.
All right. So, Rey Mysterio is backstage getting interviewed, and he's talking about how he's facing Samoa Joe at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. He brings his son Dominic,
Yeah.
who we haven't seen on WWE TV in about 15 years.
Yeah.
No. The last time we saw him was 2010.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh yeah.
So 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. Crazy.
Yeah.
He's
getting involved somehow, some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I think he's going to get physical for the first time in his WWE screen career.
I think. So I like this. I'm all for the Way Joe match. I know it has its critics because it wasn't there was supposed to be another match that was going to happen, but I'm actually for Way Joe for the U.S. title. But that I hope that match doesn't change to a multi-person match. I kind of wanted to see.
I bet you it will.
Ray versus Joe. I would like to see a segment, where Joe attacks Dominic to kind of, make the feud personal.
Well, he is training, so yeah.
Yeah, but so I would like that. So I like this. I actually thought that was going to happen on this show, but I messed up saving that for a different show. So this segment.
We're saving it for the go home.
Definitely go home.
This segment I thought was a win. Don't put that match on the kickoff. Don't you dare do that.
No, that's where Asuka's going.
Yeah.
Sadly. Yeah.
Any
But they do have to put her on there if they're not going to give her a credible opponent.
yeah. Any Noah, your thoughts on the Rey Mysterio interview?
It was interesting. We got a one-on-one match right now made official for WrestleMania. Dominic, boy, has he grown. And we'll see what happens. Is he going to be sitting front row? I have a funny feeling Samoa Joe is going to have Dominic somehow involved in this match.
Yeah. James?
Well, I got a cat. That's first and foremost. And second off, this was fine because yay, Samoa Joe, yay, Rey Mysterio. I've always wanted to see this match. We're actually going to get it. So I'm kind of invested already. And on top of that, we got Orton and Styles. So the two matches I've really wanted to see for like the last 12 years or so, we're finally getting. So I'm happy.
I want to see a spot where Rey Mysterio does like that splash dive on the outside and Joe catch him into the Corkina clutch.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Dope. It's got to be a frog splash too, not the fucking sausage bean splash. That's like the one move I don't like that Rey Mysterio has is the stupid freaking sausage-looking splash he does.
No, I want to see him do like that slide and like splash on the outside.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the top rope splash he always does.
What about you, John? What do you think of this?
Bruin scored again.
Oh well.
Big Z.
Who is that?
Is that
That's
Diesel?
Chris. That's Chris's goal horn. Wherever the Bruins score, that will go off.
Yeah.
Oh.
What about you? So
awesome.
John, your thoughts on this?
Well, it's a match between two guys that, are some of my personal favorites. I wish that this was like, say, maybe like 5 years ago, Samoa Joe. Like, if Joe was in his prime, I think this match would have been a little bit better, but...
Yeah.
I think Joe just needs to get in better shape, because Ray's...
No, Ray's in phenomenal shape.
He's
Ray's going back to his WCW attire. He's not wearing those knee braces anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is always good to see. He's got himself in shape.
Yeah.
Ray's
the match could be really good.
Best shape since he was like in his 20s.
Yeah.
His best shape since he was in the original Cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
In WCW.
All right, Chris. I think just break down the next like 3 segments until the gauntlet match.
You mean didn't Noah go?
Yeah, he did.
No.
I thought he did. You went, right, Noah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the Kevin Owens show.
This was funny.
Becky.
I love this segment.
He basically, I'm just going to give you the cliff notes on this. He provokes them to fight. They fight. They have a good brawl.
No, man. You got to get the funniest line out of the whole thing. Charlotte is like Kevin Owens says, "Hey Charlotte, what do you got to say before you guys go and fight here on the Kevin Owens show?" And then she says something. I forgot what the fuck she said.
I forgot.
And then
I would beat the holy hell out of Becky, and then he asked.
Yeah, and then it was and then Kevin Owens was like, "Becky Lynch, your retort." Punches her in the face, and then he's just like, "That's what I thought," and then leisurely walks away.
Yeah.
Fucking shit starter, Kevin Owens. I love it.
I like the new set. The table brought more legitimacy to this talk show, in my opinion. I like the new graphics. I like the fact he came in a little bit more professional and talking about the zip-up tie. So
Can we, dude, legit? If Kevin Owens does not wrestle that often for the title or for any title, and they just have him do this, I'm fine with it.
I am too.
This is entertaining.
What I didn't like, I actually like this segment, but there's things I didn't like about this segment. I thought the Polar Pop wall was like the worst Polar Pop wall I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
Yeah, they've had pretty bad ones.
And I'm not really like a fan that like they just bring Kevin Owens back and he was used to elevate this. I mean, not like it's the main event of WrestleMania feud, but I feel like there was just better things with Kevin Owens. So yeah,
Got another goal, I guess.
Yep, that's Carson Coolman.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coleman?
Not sports.
Coolman.
Yeah, Carson Coolman. It was a snipe.
Bro.
All right. Well, since everyone kind of gave their thoughts, John, you want to just give your thoughts on this Kevin Owens show?
Can we just get rid of Moment of Bliss, please, so that way we don't have 2 talk shows?
Yeah.
Well, Raw to have their own talk
You know what?
show. Might have their own talk
Well,
show,
the Kevin Owens
so-
show is so infrequent now. That
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. Like, right. And another thing, too.
Everybody needs a talk
I
show.
miss talk shows.
Everybody
I don't know
needs
what
a
it
talk
is.
show. What's
Well,
What-
if you're not wrestling, everybody has a podcast. I'm just saying. Oh, by the way,
Yeah,
going off topic though, but a little while back, I just saw a poll on WWE.com and I voted for it. Hey guys, which tag team is most deserving of the women's tag team title opportunity at WrestleMania? Is it the Divas of Doom, as you called them? Is it Nia Jax, Tamina? Or is it the Iconic? What would you pick?
Iconics.
Iconics?
I would. Well,
I
because
would
we
say
have.
iconic because I
There's-
like them more than I like Divas of Doom and Simone Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I would just say.
Because Divas of Doom are going to be gone
Yeah.
3 weeks
So-
over. Anyway,
Look at this. Let me just go from greatest to least. Divas of Doom, the Iconic, Nia Jax, Tamina, in that order, percentage-wise. Divas of Doom, 47%. The Iconic, 45%. Anyone good at math? How much is Nia Jax, Tamina at this point?
John.
Was it 45% and what?
45% and 47%.
That is.
That's a whopping 3%. And
Yep, that's 3%.
8%.
Oh, I thought it was 3%.
No, that's right. 92. That's 92.
Yeah.
45 plus
Okay,
47 is 92.
Iconics, definitely a much better tag team to be in this match. But anyway, go back.
You know
to
those people. You know those people that voted for Simone Slaughterhouse or Chubby Chasers. Just saying.
All right, Chris.
Damn, James, careful.
Careful there, James. You don't know who's listening.
Chris,
Our awkward moment of the night, James.
You're
Chris,
welcome.
Continue.
Yeah.
Caleb Braxton. I don't even fucking remember what this was.
This was the AJ Styles interview where we talked
Yeah.
trash about.
Can we just bring in Jeremy Boras as a backstage announcer already? So that way, like,
Thank
we can
you.
actually know who he is. Because he's
Thank
like the
you.
closest thing to fucking Mean Gene you'll ever get.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, this was the AJ Styles interview where he talks trash about Randy Orton.
Yeah. Good shit.
I didn't really get it because it was a sports reference, and I don't watch sports, so
Hashtag non-sports, me too.
What was the reference?
something how like Randy Orton's like a first round pick, and AJ Styles is like
Oh, that. How do you? Okay, all right, guys. I know you don't watch
I can
sports.
see what.
I know what the fucking NFL draft is, and
Well-
I don't even watch that much sports.
Well.
First round pick is premium, and whatever AJ was, it's not premium.
Yeah. AJ Styles, he dominates Team Blue since he arrived, or Randy Orton. He has more than a decade of success to justify his claim. Who owns SmackDown Live? Well, I know who I'm voting for.
yeah. And he versus Kofi. Good luck.
I mean, I'm voting for The Rock because he's the one who created the fucking show. They're
It's his
talking about.
catchphrase.
They're talking about who owns SmackDown. I built this house. No, I owned this house in 2002. Anybody
James,
remember The Rock?
I agree. I agree. This is WrestleMania season. They're only focusing on the competitors in the matches. So I'm voting for AJ.
Yeah.
I'm
Wow.
fine with either
50
or.
right down the middle.
All right, John, your thoughts on this segment?
I'll just give my thoughts on the AJ versus Orton prospect altogether.
Yeah, because you haven't been on yet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a match that I hope will be good. It all depends on what Orton's interest level is. That will determine how great the match will be. Because the match will be great because it's AJ Styles. He's the best wrestler in the world. He can have a 3-star match with a fucking mop.
Yeah.
That's true.
Last year Nakamura was the mop apparently too.
Ah, jeez.
Poor Shinsuke.
Um,
I think that the match should be really just be. I think it's been built up fine, basically as we're two big alpha dogs in this SmackDown.
yeah.
We're gonna figure out who the top guy is.
I like it.
So that's to me, it's fine. Like to me, like that's It's like there's no storyline behind. There's no that AJ Styles has slept with a hooker or Randy Orton's wife or some shit like that.
Oh
No,
yeah.
it's about the match and wrestling. Which
Yeah.
is
It's basically
So you mean the thing TNA couldn't do right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
They're
shocked.
fighting over who's the best.
Yeah.
What
I
that's
enjoyed
that
this story. I enjoyed the promo.
CM
And
Punk must
also
be
wish
pissed.
Kofi good luck.
You know what match I want to see? Since John talked about it, I want to see Brock Lesnar when he doesn't give a shit versus Randy Orton when he doesn't give a shit. So
yeah, it happened at SummerSlam.
That happened at
Yeah.
SummerSlam. They
You
didn't
kinda
give
saw
a
that
shit.
already.
You know how to edit? An elbow to
And
the head.
guess what? When Brock didn't give a shit, didn't give a shit, he concussed him.
yeah.
Yep. And question why.
And when Orton did, and when Orton
It was
did,
supposed to be a little bit of color. There was a lot.
Yeah.
and when Orton didn't give
Way
a
more than it
shit.
should
Can you give me a little color? Yeah, sure, I'll give you color. Boom.
Yeah.
Two guys I never ask if I'm starting out wrestling, two guys I do not want to ask if they can cut me or bust me open. Brock Lesnar, New Jack.
Yep.
Oh, yep.
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 All right,
All right.
moving on.
Moving on, John.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, Chris. Continue with SmackDown.
The new Daniel Bryan had a promo. I honestly forgot what this was.
I remember.
Injustice.
He talks about how Kofi Kingston isn't just a B+ player because, which is kind of cool to hear the new Daniel Bryan say that because that's exactly what he had to go through to get the WrestleMania main event a few years ago in real life, basically, pretty much too.
Yep.
And he says that Kofi Kingston actually is a B+ player, though, because he's been put in these opportunities. He was handpicked from the New Day, and he failed at Elimination Chamber. He failed at Fastlane. Failed at the first Gauntlet match, and Kofi Kingston's just flat out a B+ player. And I will say this, just to kind of, I thought something was weird that the new Daniel Bryan came out in wrestling attire because that's just, I thought I just thought that was suspicious, but that ties in later on in the show. So now we have the Gauntlet match, and Chris will break down the Gauntlet match for us.
Go, Chris. You could
Very poorly, I might add.
So we'll give our thoughts, unless you guys want to say anything about the promo. You want to wait until the Gauntlet?
It was a promo. It was a basic promo.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan's great. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
John, why are you standing?
Trying to get the dog away.
Oh, okay. Continue.
Yeah, his dog's been kind of, I think, a nuisance in this video. So.
And my cat's been in there since. He's just been crawling on me, and I've just been showing him on video.
All right, so Kofi versus Sheamus is first. The Bar came out together, which kind of, I think they went back to back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which basically gave away the Bar the first two. It's a decent, first, match. And Kofi obviously wins because he's not going to lose his first part of the gauntlet.
Yes.
No, it was, it was a nice match.
Yes.
Really, they've always had good chemistry together.
The boom drop through the table, for example.
Yeah.
Kofi versus Cesaro was next. Kofi won with the SOS. Again, another really good match.
The SOS was kind of botched, I think.
Yeah, because he spiked himself.
Yeah.
Trying to go for it.
I will say this was not. I thought Kofi's performance was better in the first one than in this one because he had a lot of fuck in this
worn
match.
out, definitely. Kofi Kingston versus Rowan was next. And they're brawling on the outside, and Rowan hits Kofi with a chair. And Tom Phillips says that this is the best, or was it Brian Saxon that said that this is the best possible outcome for Kofi? But little did they know it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because Eric Rowan, like Eric Rowan does, he doesn't take the fucking monitors off the table and choke slams Kofi right through the table.
Into the monitor.
No, it was the Iron Claw.
Yeah, that's what they're calling it now. The Iron Claw
variant.
Oh, by the way, Rowan came out to Bludgeon Brothers music.
Yep, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Which means it looks like they're doing the Bludgeon Brothers team again with Daniel Bryan.
Or Luke Harper is just going back to his original theme song when he comes back.
Yeah.
I would personally like to see the Bludgeon Brothers team up with Daniel Bryan. I think that would be a nice little faction. That's just me.
I also would like the exact opposite of that and have Luke Harper feud with them. But anyway, so Kofi just gets basically brutalized by Rowan on the outside. It was decent. Nothing to complain about there. Again, it builds up the story of Kofi having to overcome the odds against of course, faces Samoa Joe next. Joe just beats the living shit out of him, and he wins. It's like a roll up, I think.
Yes.
Just like out of nowhere, just he was beaten to shreds, and he rolled them up and won.
Yep.
Joe didn't Joe beat him up afterwards too?
What?
Yeah, he did the Coquina clutch through the ropes.
Oh, until Kofi was like his eyes were glazed over.
Yes.
And don't forget about who was watching and the viewing party and how it kept getting built and built and built.
Oh yeah, that was a cool little thing that they did where the baby faces in the back were rooting for Kofi to win. The Usos back there who had a continuous feud with the New Day, rooting on Kofi and wanting Kofi to win. And it just continues to grow.
And nobody, I think they said the New Day wasn't allowed to interfere, but I thought it was nobody was allowed to interfere in this match.
Just New Day.
Just New Day.
New Day was banned.
Okay.
Because there was a couple of times, like, when they would put an excessive beating on Kofi after the, especially with Rowan. They were getting ready to hit the ring, but they couldn't.
Yeah. Which that kind of doesn't make any sense because technically the match isn't going on when Rowan's beat the crap out of him. So wouldn't that be okay?
Yes, but they're still banned from ringside though.
Yeah, but there's no match going on though.
Gauntlet technically is going until the final opponent.
It's a continuous match.
Oh, okay.
So
then should have Rowan been disqualified when we was still beating the crap out of him because technically Joe shouldn't have just not been able to come out because. Am I thinking about this too much, or? I
think you're overthinking it a little bit.
Okay.
Randy Orton is the final competitor in this company.
Well, so we thought.
So we thought exactly. So we.
I did like that Randy Orton was the last guy because of the 2009 feud too.
Yeah, and he actually was a callback too. He yelled "stupid" at one point.
Yeah.
Just like Kofi did to Randy a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But same thing as with the Joe part of the gauntlet. Orton dominates, but he can't get the win because Kofi rolls him up as he's going for an RKO. It was kind of botched a little bit, but Kofi wins, and he's quote-unquote going to WrestleMania, and Big E and Kofi come out. They're celebrating. Vince McMahon comes out and says that congratulations, Kofi, you're going to WrestleMania only if you beat this next competitor. And it turns out it was the new Daniel Bryan, and Bryan wins pretty convincingly.
But that makes sense because,
this as a proponent, as a hater of gauntlets, I hate them with a burning passion.
Express yourself.
I thought that this was done well, really well to get Kofi over, and it did its job. But the one thing I will say that I despise the most thing about it is Kofi gets his opportunity and they take it away again. This is now 3 weeks in a row now they've done this.
Three times in a row.
How about we change it up a little bit? How about you have Kofi win? Novelty idea. Win his chance.
No, Chris, you don't understand because Vince hates him.
Until Mania. Until the go home show.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a gauntlet match or anything like that. But instead, I fucking hated this so much.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So, if I
Chris,
may go, am I
yeah,
go,
John, I'll let you
go
go next.
first on this one?
Sure.
So I have a great idea. So I just want to point out that I am pro this. I am pro Vince keep screwing over Kofi to drive fans to want it more. Even to the point at WrestleMania where I think Vince screws him by using a heel ref. Bring back Earl Hebner. Bring back, I don't know. Like Brian Locke's in the bell lock and they call for the bell. Kofi gets screwed.
Scott Armstrong, because he's that ties in.
Whatever. Pick a ref. It doesn't matter. Just pick a ref. And then have Vince keep screwing Kofi for months. Like, basically like, I'm not going to put you in a match. Blah, 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 blah. That's basically, I'm not going to put you in the match. Until finally there's a revolt. Like the whole SmackDown locker room is ready to walk out on Vince unless they give Kofi an opportunity. In which Vince says, okay, it will. This will be the honest to God truth. The pay-per-view before SummerSlam, I don't know what it is. I forgot what it was. But it'll be a 3-on-3 tag team match. It'll be Shane in the Bar versus the New Day. Kofi wins. He gets Brian at SummerSlam. No questions asked. Nothing legit. Nothing like to illegitimize it.
Yeah.
And Kofi gets to pick the stipulation of the match. So, he wins. So, Kofi wins. Yay, we get going. So, Steel Cage match at SummerSlam. You have your main event for SummerSlam to close where Kofi finally wins the belt. So, you've built this up for a span of 7 months. Fans pay to go, will pay to see SummerSlam. Casual fans will pay to see SummerSlam because they'll be like, oh, hey, I remember Kofi Kingston. He was trying to win us at Mania. He got kept getting screwed over. I'm interested. I'm invested. And he'll be going on to Mania. My one complaint is, though, about this whole storyline is...
It's not going to happen.
No. I can't find the reason why Vince is screwing over Kofi. They haven't really given a reason why Vince is screwing Kofi over.
Yeah.
They haven't. It's like, I mean...
Basically, he's just doing it because he can, because he's the evil boss.
Like, it's either one of two ways.
It makes no sense.
And one of them, I know they're not going to do, which...
He's racist.
Bingo. Which I think the angle they probably should go roll with is that Vince is an old racist fuck.
Yeah. They should wait till after Mania to reveal that, though, because then if
I mean, like I would say, like, I'm not saying like do what Triple H did to Booker.
Yeah.
In 2003, in which that was like people like you.
Yeah.
Don't get to be world champion. I'm not saying doing that. But you can subtly hint to it.
Yeah.
Not like go full-blown Vince is saying the N-word, even though he did. On national TV.
Yeah.
But, I like it. It gets me invested. I'm going to see what happens next week. Which is more than what I can say for Raw. So for that alone, I'm giving it a thumbs-up show.
Well, so what grade would you give it while we're at you then?
I'll give it a B+.
Okay.
All right. We'll go Noah. Noah should go next. Also, one thing I'll add to John's thing, and I said that if they do the steel cage at SummerSlam, it should also be pinfall submission only. The cage is there basically to keep everybody out, and if they try to escape, they're disqualified and they lose the title and whatnot. So no championship advantage.
Well, it's like War Games, basically, except only...
With one cage, yeah.
Spoon scored again.
Yay!
That's the running
Stephen
joke.
Camper.
Noah, well, actually, Chris, do you want to give your letter grade to SmackDown before we go to Noah?
B. Begrudgingly.
Noah, your thoughts on this?
On the gauntlet match in its entirety?
Yeah, and the letter grade for SmackDown.
After the
Well, gauntlet matches are one of the staples of SmackDown Live. It's been one of the staples since its incarnation, since the draft pick. I saw a gauntlet match live recently before Elimination Chamber that defined who was going in last, but it was really good. There was no aftermath or anything like that. This gauntlet match, though, I feel like Kofi had to run it, and it seemed super predictable to me. But I enjoyed the whole build about how everyone's supporting him backstage in very nice, like bar-looking setting it seemed, versus like just sitting around the TV in the backstage interview area. And yeah, he won. Everyone was excited. Corey putting it over was actually impressive to me, despite all the shenanigans that he and Byron were figuring amongst themselves during several moments. And then we got 4 minutes left. Vince's music hit. He drops the bomb of the champion, his last opponent, and Kobe loses. And Byron is just livid, and Corey's kind of pathetic with them almost, really to a degree, which is interesting for him being the heel commentator. This actually invests me more into this title match versus everything else in WrestleMania, versus the several other matches on WrestleMania, and it also makes me more interested in SmackDown Live than usual for next week, because I always look forward to SmackDown Live more than Raw on a consistent weekly basis. Nice execution, brilliant swerve. It got us talking. It got us caring. I hope it's not going to be a repeat of WrestleMania 30 Occupy SmackDown Live. I would more rather see an angle of like The Rock bringing the roster together against the Helmsley faction and New Day basically fighting for Kofi or, leaving. I've already seen like vignettes on Twitter about Big E's bringing like, there's nothing else left. Even if you do this, I'm not going to let you go any further. Because I do look at the SmackDown Live exclusives. Great execution. Enjoy the show overall. As far as overall show grade, bottom line, still better than Raw. But let's see. Gauntlet match, women's match, Rey Mysterio made, Miz opening. It was actually pretty good. A- for me.
Okay. Yeah, James, you want me? Or you want to go last? You want me to?
How about last? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I like SmackDown this week. I like the way they did the Gauntlet match, and I actually think they should do the walkout angle actually around before SummerSlam, because we'll actually know if there's a place. Because I feel like it's going to be more believable if Double or Nothing's like a huge success, and everyone threatens to walk out, because then Vince will get scared and they'll go to the possible competition of AEW if it's a success. So I actually think it works better to do it in the summertime, but that's beside the point. But yeah, I like the way they did this. And I like that they're doing like the whole promos now where they're possibly gonna quit. Yeah.
And cue David Pasternak.
Letter grade, I want to give it B+. Great show. I even the only thing I really hated on this show was not really hated it, but was the Kevin Owens show, just because it was just kind of so.
Only the pull part brought to me was the downfall of that segment, because
Yeah, everything else was entertaining.
Well, the way Kevin Owens is being used, I don't really like right now. So, what about you, James? Your thoughts on the Gauntlet match and
Gauntlet was awesome. I thought it was really well done. Kofi looked awesome. I love how they're building up, like, Kofi, even though he won against all these guys, Daniel Bryan comes out, beats him anyway.
Yeah.
I love the aftermath of that, where Kofi and Xavier and Big E are thinking of quitting, because it's like, what the hell? Why even bother trying anymore? Like, and Xavier saying he could have put 15 other guys if it meant Kofi wasn't going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like, you can only go so far. So we're thinking about it still. And I like that part probably the most out of it, was the aftermath. Yeah, interested in seeing what happens on SmackDown next week. As far as that, I guess B+ for me.
Sure. All right, now on to 205 Live. You want to take it away, Noah?
Noah!
Sure thing. So 205 Live, we are currently on the road to WrestleMania, figuring out Buddy Murphy's next opponent for his Cruiserweight title that will take place at WrestleMania. And we have finally reached the finals of the tournament. Drake Maverick gives us a recap of the tournament, welcomes us into the brand. And basically, he talks about the two competitors we'll see tonight in the main event to determine the overall number one contender, Tony Nese and Cedric Alexander. He talks about Tony Nese's road to the finale, beating Kalisto and Drew Gulak. He also talks about Cedric Alexander beating Akira Tozawa and Oni Lorcan. And tonight is the finals. Nese says Cedric doesn't know what he's willing to do to win, no idea. But no matter what, he will not give up. Cedric says, no one will stop me from going back to WrestleMania and reclaiming my title. And the show kicks off. So we get the theme, and we got our announced team of Nigel McGuinness, Vic Joseph, and Aiden English. Definitely one of the superior three-man announced teams overall in WWE. And basically, we get a bracket recap, and then we go right into the show. We start off with the descending madness of the Canellis sisters as we get Mike Canellis coming out with Maria. And they basically put over the point, is Maria a help or a hindrance? And of course, Nigel being the heelish commentator, he's standing up for Maria saying, what do you know about this? That's the power of love. They love each other, and Maria's there to support her husband. But Aiden puts over the point, yeah, but ever since she's been out here, think about all the matches that Mike has been given, all the opportunities he failed to capitalize. Maria then hypes up Mike and calls us lazy, disrespectful, and rude, just like the GM, puts over how he's been in the business for 16 years, and tonight, Mike will prove everyone wrong. And he better for the sake of his career. So, Drake Maverick basically said last week he'll be facing one of the best cruiserweights in the world. I was hoping for someone to come outside the brand to face him, but nah, it's someone within the brand. It's Akira Tozawa. Which, I mean, there's Craig. He's faced the champ before. He has a few wins. He's been in some really worthwhile, incredible matches. He's also had a number of opportunities, too. And this was nice back and forth. But basically, Anne's putting over that he may need separation from her to focus after all the opportunities Mike's been given and failed to capitalize on. He doesn't take this lightly, though, as we go right into the match. Akira, we get locked up. There's a feeling out process basically to begin with. There's a rope exchange, covers, a kick. Senton, one of Akira's trademarks, into another cover. Nope, nothing there. Nice clothesline, but then we get basically Mike Canellis at this point, he's on the outside of the ring, and Akira Tozawa goes for one of his trademarks, suicide dive headbutt, but gets stopped at his tracks with a super kick from Mike. And basically Mike, just trying to get away at all costs, he goes for the 3 cover attempts back to back to back. And to no avail, obviously, too soon. We then get a German suplex to a cover. Nope. Then Mike basically grounds Akira for a moment with rear chin lock. Basically, we get some offense in, another cover, still nothing. Then we get another wrestle, back to the rear chin lock, basically keeping Akira Tozawa grounded, and he claims that it's his show. Following this, though, Akira gets out of it. We get a nice snap Rana, Shining Wizard combination to a beautiful top rope missile drop kick. Gives our first near fall of the match, Maria panicking. Following this, we get a kick, slide through, octopus stretch, but Mike, he overcomes it using his strength, basically. Maria tells him to stay on him, though. Akira to stay down. And basically we get a chop exchange between the two men, neither man giving an inch, and Akira, he catches him with one of his other signatures, a fake out jab, drops Mike, or so we fake. As Akira goes to capitalize, Mike catches him with a beautiful spine buster into a cover. Nope, kick out. Mike finally showing visible frustration, getting extremely angry. And at this point, we get a pump kick, a yell from Akira Tozawa, and then we go to the corner where basically Mike hits him with a Miss-Noku driver into a nice cover. Nope, kick out, but Maria and him can't believe it. He basically turns into anger management Daniel Bryan, yelling no like 9 times. But then he goes to the ropes where Maria's there to counsel him. Maria tells him to stay on him, put him in his place. Get him. Mike just drops elbow strikes like Matt Riddle, constantly trying to keep him down. And then we get one of Akira's trademarks, though, a spinning corkscrew kick, almost like a Robinson special, like Will Ospreay. Not nearly delivered as beautiful, though. And then following this, Akira sets up Mike for his finisher, a top rope senton bomb. Maria comes to play, though, basically. Stays in the corner like, I'm here. No, I'm fine. Oh, why would I move? And Akira's trying to move. Eventually, Akira, he smarts up. Goes to the other corner to the top rope, and this is what happens when you take too long. When you're acing the hole as a top rope maneuver, he dive bombs onto Mike Canellis' knees, and Mike basically plants him with an impact DDT. And following this, Mike actually finally picks up a win. 1, 2, 3. And then Nigel, he's gloating, saying, as Drew Gulak would say, point proven in your face. And then Aiden says, on an opportunity like this, he couldn't do it on his own. Are you kidding me? I thought it was a great opener. Finally giving Mike a win. Maybe developing into a storyline now where Mike and Akira will feud. We'll see where Akira goes from here. I thought it was a really great match overall. And this just further proves to me, because rumor has it that Kima and Rhea were going to leave. it looks like now he's probably going to stay. Owen, your thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I really like this match. I didn't get into it at first because obviously, I was kind of drained from the Gauntlet match and stuff, but I still liked it. I was kind of disappointed it was Tozawa because I was hoping it was going to be like someone like Tyler Bate or something, and when it was Tozawa, I think that's also why I didn't get into it at first. But then I was sold on the match and I liked it. I even liked how Mike Kanellis like shaved his hair, because it just kind of brought up like how these losses have really caused him to go crazy and stuff. So I really like that too. So yeah, I like this. I thought this was a thumbs up.
Okay. James, your thoughts?
Obviously, this match was really good. As far as, perfect storytelling, perfect way they built it up. It was slow at first, picked up pace by the end. I liked the interference by Maria. I thought that was hilarious. Oh, I'm just comfortable here. And I liked the ending. I liked how Mike Kanellis, got the knees up after the distraction and was able to hit his finish.
I actually,
sorry. And I really, the one thing I really liked about this match was really the commentary, because it really showed how Aiden English has come leaps and bounds. Like, he's really done well in this babyface commentary role. So,
I
good
want
shit.
to also call out like another spot too that I think missed. I really like too how it because 205 Live is smaller than the main roster. How when Maria tried to interfere, Tozawa just smartened up and just decided to go on the other side of the turnbuckle because that wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened on the main roster.
Babyface mentality.
Yeah, because that wouldn't have happened on the main roster.
Nope, they would have just got punched in the face after they just stood there and stared.
Yeah.
Is James sitting in the dark?
No.
No, I mean, John.
John is just muted because John is just muted because he didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hashtag 205 matters. If you don't see anything else, go to YouTube and check out the clips. Chris, did you see it at all? Do you have any thoughts, even as an outside spectator?
I didn't. I literally, I didn't watch anything this week besides Raw and SmackDown, so I really can't put any input into it.
We'll help you.
All right. Well, that's fine, man. If you do get a chance, go to YouTube and check out the clip. Anyway, following this, we go backstage, and Cedric Alexander, he's being interviewed, and basically said he's going to hear confident and plans to do what he always do, win. But then off screen, we get a voice from the champ himself, back from vacation early, saying, "Are you sure about that?" And then basically following this, Tony Nese says, "You won some, I won some, but the difference is I've changed, you're still the same." So then they share some banner back and forth about, "You're a changed man, but this same original man, he's already been Cruiserweight champion." And then Buddy brings in history about, "Yeah, you were Cruiserweight champion, but you couldn't keep it. I beat you in my hometown of Melbourne, Australia, during Super Showdown, and I beat you at TLC. So maybe you're just not good enough to become champion again. You weren't good enough to keep it." And then Cedric, he basically mind game for Fuse the Fire. But what about Tony Nese, Tony Nese, like your sidekick, is he simply a backer? I mean, is he not worthy of being Cruiserweight champ, or do you think he can be Cruiserweight champ? And he basically says, I know I'm going to win tonight, but I wonder what would happen to y'all's friendship if he was the one you were going to face at WrestleMania. I guess I got my answer. And basically, Buddy says, "I don't believe in this. I'm fine. Sorry." He said, like you said, I'll be champ one day. And then Buddy Murphy, he seems a bit perplexed, to say the least. So I liked how this was building towards either man potentially facing the champ in a babyface mentality, because, in my opinion, this is just adding more and more feedback to the fact that Tony Nese is turning babyface here. Anyone got any thoughts on this before I go on the main event?
This was good. I thought it was building it well. I thought it foreshadowed a lot of things, and it was really well done.
I agree with James.
All right, Chris. Just because I know you're into like storytelling stuff, your thoughts?
I don't know really. I can't give it an honest input if I didn't see it.
Fair enough. Definitely watch it.
Try to build you a visual aid. If you don't go see anything else about 205 Live from this episode, Chris, Go to WWE's YouTube channel right now. I dare you to try. And go check out the freaking Cedric Alexander and Tony Nese segment they put up, because it doesn't do the match justice, but it does do the two-man justice as far as how the match ended, because this is literally all that was left in the show, the main event. Oh, after, of course, the Mania countdown. And the worst freaking theme I've ever heard in my life, just repeating work, you got this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, don't even get
Hey,
me
Noah, after
started.
watching the theme song's even more crappy when you just went from watching that to the WrestleMania 23 theme song and stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was actually listening to that earlier on my Alexa device. Anyway, so we actually get a plan of next week for our main event. Lucha House Party returns. They'll be facing Humberto Carrillo, Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak in a six-man tag, which should be extremely interesting and further build potentially, I would imagine, Drew Gulak versus Humberto Carrillo, if you've been following the brand, as a one-on-one encounter. Okay, so we go right into our main event on that. Tony Nese versus Alexander. By the way, botch. Aiden says that Tony Nese has a six-pack. Now the person says, that's an eight-pack, sir. And then Vic basically puts Aiden on the spot and says, who do you got as a winner? Aiden says he picks Tony, as he's seen him the most determined and the most growth. So this match really picks up slowly as a feeling out process. Simple wrist lock, center reverses, and then he works on the arm. Both men just exchange with one another, fighting for control. There's reversal into an arm drag. Both men join for position, as we got head scissors and arm drags. And then there's a reverse roll-up. And then there's a fight for a hip toss between both men. Both men exchange covers. And then we get a elbow into a cross body. And a nice leg lariat into a cover. Kick out one, though, so that's how effective that was. There was a roll through into a Hurricanrana, drop kick. Cedric Alexander delivers a mean drop kick. This was a drop kick to the back of Tony Nese's head while Tony Nese was just sitting up in the ring. Drops him. Tony Nese, where they coming, he couldn't do anything, so he just had to take it. But he kicks out. Then we get some vicious chops, and then a cover by Cedric, and then we get into a side headlock, basically grounding the speed and strength of Tony Nese. And following this, we get a forearm, and then basically he gets taken out at the legs, and then we get one of Tony Nese's staples, a springboard moonsault. I thought this was a pretty good moonsault. And then we get a drop kick, though. Again, the back of the head, kick out, and then we get Cedric chant. By the way, the crowd was hot for Cedric for the beginning portion of this match, basically, calling back to how over Cedric is and recognized on the brand and how the audience basically sees him going WrestleMania. But following this, Tony gets a heel kick in there, and Cedric takes out the knees, though. Basically, after this, though, it's just, again, Piper Pure, like, sweeps the legs, and then he follows it with a kick, a callback to basically tweaking the knees, like how Cedric kind of, tweaks his leg or something like that on springboard. In the past couple of weeks you've been watching. But following this, there's a chop, forearm exchange, knees with a shoulder block into the cover, still nothing special. This match really didn't pick up yet, in my opinion. Both men still trying to just jock for position, wear each other out. Following this, we get spinning back elbow strike attempt by Cedric. Nope. Then we get beautiful normalized suplex, cover, kick out. He's again with the leg drop into a cover, kick out. Then we get a chin lock, one of the staples. But there's an escape into a sleeper hold attempt. Nope. Again, the key word here in this match is knees, folks, knees. So basically, he takes him out the knees, and then we get another drop kick. And then finally, Cedric, he gets some offense in, puts together some moves, starting with that spinning elbow strike, almost a little bit as hard as Andrade Cien does it. Then we get the neuralizer into a springboard flatliner, cover, kick out. Nothing special here. Following this, we get our first attempt at his finisher, lumbar check. Nope, Tony Nese fights out of it. Pump handle attempt, pump handle driver attempt by Tony Nese. Nope. Then there's a kick, and then he finally hits the pump handle driver. Tony Nese with his first near fall of the match. Cedric kicks out. Then basically, you move over forward a little bit. Cedric Alexander gets hand up in the rope. Tony Nese is aware of this. He goes for another springboard moonsault. Hits it much more effectively this time, dropping Cedric. Another near fall. Nope. And then Tony Nese goes for his other ace in the hole, a running knee. That took out Nolan Dar. But nope, we get a roll through, Misonoku driver pretty much, and another near fall. And then we get signs of frustration from Cedric Alexander. Keep in mind, the Misonoku driver, he couldn't put Buddy Murphy away with this either. Finally, Cedric seems getting serious. He takes his elbow pad off, goes to the ropes, and then he eats a rope through palm strike from Tony Nese. We get an attempted suplex spot. Both men join for position on the top rope corner, and both men just wearing each other out with rights. Just while they're on the top rope, by the way, precarious position for both. Eventually, both hit a haymaker on each other. Both fall to the floor awkwardly. And we get our first near double count of the match. Both men get in by 9, though, and we get 205 live chants. And then both men are basically exchanging words. Cedric saying, "You want this? You really want this?" And he says, "I'm going to Mania." Cedric says, "Over my dead body." Both men just throwing haymakers at each other, exchanging rights, and there's forearms. Then there's an uppercut. Tony Nese with his little matrix kip up and a kick attempt. Nope. Then both men basically go for kicks, and then both men kind of get tied up with each other's legs, which I thought was rather interesting. But then finally we got a super kick hit, and then a cover. That was a nice near fall. Still was not enough. Sorry, Cedric. Then we get chopped and another superplex attempt. Nope. Nese kicked basically Sir Alexander down to the floor as Cedric slumps to the floor. And then Tony Nese with a crossbody flop over the top rope. And then gets Cedric immediately back in the ring. He goes for his other ace in the hole, 450 splash, where last time he crashed, this time he nailed it. Nope, still not enough. Near fall. And then basically we get a running Nese attempt, but he sets up Cedric in the corner. But call back to Cedric with Only Lorcan. He grabs Tony Nese's tights, saying, "You're not going to do that to me." Tony Nese stomps a muzzle in him constantly, trying to keep Cedric down and unaware. To the point that Tony Nese, he drops his knee pad. He goes for the right knee, and then out of nowhere, Spanish fly. That was beautifully executed. Into another cover. Nope, still not enough. And then finally, Cedric Alexander, he hits the lumbar check like, "Oh, that's it." And then no, he kicks out at 2.9 cents to everybody's surprise. Not the beginners couldn't believe it. Any English couldn't believe it. The eyes couldn't believe it. And Cedric Alexander couldn't believe it. And eventually, the eyes, at this moment, the eyes are chanting, "This is awesome." Cedric couldn't believe it. So, hey, Nese, he drops his knee pads down from his knees, goes for another lumbar check. Tony Nese trying with everything he has to avoid it. And he does, with a roll through, then another roll through. And then finally, Sir Alexander goes for the second lumbar jack, nearly gets him in it, but nope, he eats an exposed knee from Tony Nese, drops down into the corner, set up for the running knee strike. Tony Nese running in as fast as a flash, nails Sir Alexander, goes for the cover, gets him 1, 2, 3. It is Tony Nese versus Buddy Murphy for the Cruiserweight title at WrestleMania. And both men, they show mutual respect to each other. Cedric shocked, couldn't believe it. In my opinion, it was like a passing of the torch moment. Absolutely loved it. Then following this, we get the champ, Tony Nese's friend, coming out saying, "Congratulations," raising his hand. And then Tony Nese turns around, points towards the WrestleMania sign, and Buddy Murphy drops him with a jumping knee strike and basically stands over him, foot plant on his chest, holding up his title. Cocky, pompous champ, all about himself, literally. And basically, scuffs away Tony Nese. The end of the show. Woo! James, your thoughts on this match and the show ending?
This match in particular is the reason why I would rather watch an hour of 205 over 3 hours of the main roster. This match was fucking great. Every single moment in it meant something. Every single kick out actually meant something, which typically, like, when they do the whole finisher kick out thing, it doesn't mean as much, but it really meant a lot here because there's not a lot of people that have kicked out of the lumbar check. Cedric did. Or
Tony
not
Nese
Cedric,
did.
Tony Nese did, rather. And when he hit that running Nese, Buddy Murphy's the only other person, so it really it just went back and forth, that match, and it's definitely the best match of Tony Nese's career, by far. By far. This is such a great match.
Yeah.
The only, this is by far his best match, and I'm sure he'll have another great one with Buddy at Mania, and hopefully they actually put this on the main card, because, if this guy is the hometown boy, and he is, because it's going to be in New York, you need to have him on the main card. This needs to open the show. This absolutely needs to open the show.
Especially too if he's winning too. That would be a nice.
Yeah, if he's winning, he needs to open the show.
I actually would have it go forth on the code, depending on what the actual code, because the code that I have isn't necessarily set in stone too. So
Yeah, true.
Absolutely. And you don't have necessarily every match that they're going to make too. And James, yeah, I completely agree with you. 205 Live match does not belong on the kickoff show. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I basically
you say you can't give out his opinion, but I literally told you the match word for word and play by play, and you can go see the finale of the match on YouTube. Gotta try and get your thoughts on this, man. What do you think?
Yeah, what do you think, Chris?
Definitely sounds like it's a great match. I will say that. I have to go see it.
yeah.
I hope you do. I honestly hope that.
I wanted Cedric to win. I told you guys this in the beginning, but I'm pretty pumped that Tony needs one.
Yeah, I agree. One spot that you missed that I really liked is when they both fell out of the ring and they got back in and they started talking trash to each other, saying Tony.
No, he got that part. He just was talking really fast. I think for you to not hear, but I heard it.
Okay.
Thanks,
Whatever.
yeah, I got that. Trust me. 205 Live, I usually don't miss anything.
Okay.
Because hashtag 205 Live matters. Simple as that.
Yeah, I love the match. So
It's just such a good match. Definitely. Even if people don't watch 205 Live because of whatever, definitely check it out. This is this was Cruiserweight Classic levels of good, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's how good this was.
We already know John's letter grade. He's giving it a D for did not watch. So,
I'll be fair. We'll be fair. I haven't seen it yet, so I'll put it in my inbox to watch.
Okay.
Respect. Thank you.
Yep.
So everyone, letter grades. Even if you didn't watch, just think about what I said.
I'm giving it an A. I'm giving it an A all day long.
Same.
Definitely sounds like an A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Okay. Now on to NXT UK for March 20th, 2019, episode 35. It showed this later on in the show. They did a little, WWE.com exclusive of Kenny Williams and Amir Jordan training in the gym, which I kind of liked. It kind of, builds the chemistry of them as a tag team. So, and I have a feeling too, they could come out and be a great tag team. I remember I used to trash on the ball that they were throwing together a tag team, and now they gel so well as a tag team. So I'm going to give this a chance. I'm going to see how they do gelling well as a tag team. So I think they're going to get a tag team title match, and they're just going to get not squash, but it'll just be kind of an okay match. So any thoughts on this WWE, interview or anything? Or
It's typical interview, but it's still good.
Yeah. What about you, Noah?
It was okay. I mean, I'm gonna try and give them a chance. It's the brand's still growing and developing all its talent. It's really hard to judge anything at this point.
Yeah. And then we had the actual show. We had Nigel McGuinness and Vic Joseph on commentary, and you and John can actually give you guys thoughts on this, Chris, because it kind of ties into Takeover, and you already know if it's announced. If you don't, I apologize, but I have to talk about it. So, Sid Scala and Johnny Saint are in the ring for a promo, and they I thought they were going to announce a match or the next Takeover, but that's not what we got. So they announced that they've been given permission to represent NXT UK at NXT, regular NXT Takeover New York, which I think that was just awesome. And they're going to have the WWE United Kingdom Championship defended on that show. So Noah, good thing we didn't bet any money because I would have owed you some money because we literally just the day before this predicted that there was going to be some NXT UK representation.
I know how to book a good wrestling show, apparently, when it comes to NXT.
Yes. So Pete Dunne comes out and he grabs the mic and so this is weird. The WWE Network accidentally, I think, cut this out because what happens is when it just cuts right back to him giving off the mic right afterwards. So I was kind of like, okay, that was weird. But then I went and watched the highlights on YouTube, and it actually showed Pete Dunne saying, "I want Walter." So that was I think the biggest mistake of editing the network's ever done. That was the weirdest thing that's ever happened. But I still really
that was on there.
It wasn't on my end.
I saw it.
That's weird. I wanted, but I swear to God that happened. I wouldn't make something like that up. So,
Jeez, okay.
so basically, I'll just say that leads to later on in the show where Walter walks out of Johnny Saint and Sid Scala's office, and the match is made official. So, I think this match is going to be awesome. But one
And
thing,
I'm gonna get to fucking see it live. I'm so fucking hyped, dude.
yeah,
I get to see Walter and Pete fucking Dunne.
yeah.
Ah!
Now, James, this doesn't really tie into you, but one thing I don't want to happen, and I have a feeling they're going to do this, is they're going to take Maul off commentary because Vic does the NXT UK shows. No, Maul needs to be on commentary for this match. So,
Oral commentary.
yeah.
You wanna put Vic Joseph in Percy's spot? That's fine, but don't.
Yeah.
For the love of God, don't.
Especially that would bring the show. That's going to bring the show down too if we go from Maul on commentary to Vic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not that I'm hating on Vic and stuff. It's just
He's not Morrow.
Yeah.
Morrow's
But they said this match is going to open Mania weekend, I think, too. Which I don't know if they're which that'll be cool. But which I'm kind of jealous in a way you're going to take over, but not because you don't really get to hear Maul on commentary now. So isn't that kind of weird though? Like
you know what they should start doing? They should just give out like headphones to people so you can put them in if you want to hear Morrow commentate.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But no, your thoughts on this segment and the match being made official and everything.
I'm glad to see that the NXT UK Championship will be represented in front of a crowd that understands NXT UK on US soil, an international crowd during WrestleMania weekend, possibly the biggest takeover in the US, NXT TakeOver New York. And the fact that we finally are getting Pete Dunne versus Walter, just from freaking Pete Dunne just claiming his opponent. He just wants, give me Walter, said nothing else. Arrive, mention, leave. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Sid Scala's doing a very good job, by the way, as the assistant to the general manager.
What was the cutout on your end too? When he says I want Walter, or
no, I heard give me Walter.
So I wonder what happened then, because it happened for me and Colin. So what about you, James? Your thoughts on this? You kind of gave your thoughts on it, but
I'm hyped. Let's go.
Yeah.
Pete
What about
Dunne
you?
versus Walter.
What about you, Chris? Because you this is something you can talk about.
I'm just gonna say this. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah.
Good answer.
I am so fucking excited for Pete Dunne versus Walter, and it could be the end of the title reign for Pete Dunne, which is depressing.
Yeah.
But
at the same time,
I think it's gonna be because I think Pete Dunne's gonna get called up because that's the only reason I can think of they want to call him up after WrestleMania. There's no way they would have booked this match if he's not dropping the title. But I kind of don't really want him to lose in a way.
I don't want to. Don't.
Guys.
He's murdered that fucking streak.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not prediction, but let's be honest here. It could happen. I'm not saying it's going to. I'm not even going to throw out my answer yet. But the bottom line is, this takeover card that we're getting, with this added, it's going to be impossible to define what's going to be match of the night.
Yeah. So, John, I don't know.
It also might be the best takeover ever.
It might be.
That's saying something.
So, John,
some that I thought were the best ever.
Yeah.
Let's just say this. Can you guys think of a takeover that disappointed you?
Nope.
No. So, John, I don't know how much you've seen of Pete Dunne and Walter and stuff because I don't know how much of it, NXT UK you watch. But is there anything any feedback you can give about, this match being announced and stuff? Or
well, these are two great wrestlers. This would be a nice, hard-hitting match, as I expect any Pete Dunne match to be.
And any Walter match to be.
What?
And any Walter match to be.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne's chest is going to be so bleeding red.
Yeah.
God.
Yep. So it's going to be a match on pretty much a stacked card.
And it's going to be kind of an interesting match in a way, too, because Pete Dunne has to work a different style, because I believe, I might be wrong, at least WWE, this is the first time he's wrestled someone that's bigger than him, because, or at least, he probably can't pick up, because Walter's big, so it's gonna be Pete Dunne will wrestle an interesting style this time. I think if he can actually And is this going to be Walter's first match outside the United States, other than those NXT UK episodes they taped in Phoenix?
Yeah.
So I wonder how the crowd will
Depends,
react to him.
Because he's competed in the U.S. before. It's just
about to say
it's been a little bit.
before.
Yeah, but not for NXT yet.
Right.
Because I don't really count
Walter?
the the Phoenix shows because there really wasn't in front of a legitimate wrestling crowd. So because it was more for the access stuff.
It was like awareness, really.
Yeah. All right. Tony Storm gets interviewed, and I'm going to steal a quote from Noah. Control C, Control V. That's exactly what this was. Because
She's cut the fucking same promo every time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
I don't know why she's doing that.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of lame. But then Rhea Ripley comes up, and they walk by each other, referencing that they have a history, and she talks trash about Xia Brookside. So I thought that match was happening this week, but I guess I was wrong. So probably next.
We never got Rhea spots on this, so it makes sense. You get both ladies spots, and then you get the match.
Like I said, my opinion, I think this is kind of a step down for Rhea Ripley to feud with Xia Brookside, but whatever.
TJ Perkins 2.0.
Yeah.
Please don't.
And then we had Eddie Dennis versus Ligero. This match was really good.
Yeah.
I really liked it. Eddie Dennis went for the buckle bomb. Well, not the buckle bomb, but the Razor's Edge into the buckle bomb. And Eddie Dennis looked very good. Ligero hit that jumping stunner coming into the win immediately, and I really like this. But Eddie Dennis ends up getting the win with the reverse DDT, and wins the match, which I thought made sense because Eddie Dennis, really needed a big win here because he's kind of had a lot of big losses and stuff. So I thought he really needed a win here, and I don't think it hurts Ligero because he's been winning a lot of matches lately and stuff. I thought Eddie Dennis needed to win more, so all of this ticked all the boxes, so I liked it.
Yes.
Any other additional thoughts anybody wants to give?
It was a good big man, little man match, and, if you're into big man, little man matches, this is the match for you.
Yeah,
I like Ligero more.
Mentality.
I like Ligero more and more every time I see him wrestle. He's
Yeah,
awesome.
he's very, very good.
Yeah, and I feel like this doesn't really hurt his momentum because Eddie Dennis coming back into the brand from exile, he had to win this match to reestablish himself. So
Exactly.
Good match for both men.
And then we had Sam Stoker, which in my phone it autocorrected to Sam Stoner when I typed it up the first time. So that was.
Before we go, what about Chris? What about Chris's thoughts?
You didn't see? Well, okay. Chris, I know you didn't see it, but do you want to give any thoughts about Eddie Dennis versus Ligero?
I guess he's muted.
I think he's doing something.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I went to the bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
any thoughts about-
Eddie Dennis and Ligero match, even though you didn't watch it?
It's cool that he's back, I guess.
Yeah.
Chris, you seem so out of place right now, brother.
Well, he didn't really expect us to ask him a question, I don't think. So.
I just came back into the room when I heard you call my name. So.
Oh.
Oh, there you
All
go.
right. So then we had Sam Stoker and Lewis Howley versus The Hunt, which consists of Primate, Jiggy Montrose.
I thought Primate was retired before he came out. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and Wild Boar Mike Hitchman. And I will ask this question to James and Noah because I asked this question in the NXT No DQ chat. Do you guys think is it just me? Does Lewis Howley look like an early version of CM Punk, except not as covered with tattoos? Because I think he does.
Yes.
I honestly did not even think about that, but you make a very valid point.
But yeah, really nothing to break down. But the Hunt looked awesome in this match.
This is just amazing showcase.
Yeah, so just go. They win in a squash. I forget how they won because it was just a destruction. I thought I think this is going to be the last time we ever see Sam Stoker and Lewis Howley. They're just dead now. So murdered, gone, bye, see ya. I'll never come back. I thought it was funny that the commentators like on this episode tried to say that they had a match a couple weeks ago and they looked pretty impressive. It's like they got destroyed a couple weeks ago too. What are you talking about? Like that was hilarious.
Jobber City, no Twitter handles as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think they're jobbers for life, if nothing else, for sure.
But I like the hunt.
I'm
And
glad
I really
they're
think
called
they
that
can be.
too. I called them being called that during that freaking
Yeah.
vignette. I called them being called that. Glad that's their official name.
Yes, the
So,
hunt.
Chris, I know you didn't see this, but what do you probably know how this went, so I can ask you. What did you think? What do you think? What do you think about this?
Primating them.
Yeah, Primate and Wild Boar Mike Hitchman.
I like that tag team. Their gimmicks really meshed well together.
Yeah.
Stockley, blah, them.
Stofo and Howley.
Yeah, fuck them.
Okay.
They like to put their hands in their pockets with their thumbs hanging out. I don't like them.
Okay.
Okay, then.
John, I don't know how much.
No.
I don't know if you've ever seen any of these guys, but can you give any thoughts about this, or have you ever seen them before?
Stoker and Hollow.
It's
I'm sorry,
Stofo. It's
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
missed that. What?
I saw them like a couple of weeks ago, or like.
I'm about to say this isn't their first showing. So
Yeah, I saw them like last week.
Yeah.
Whatever. It was.
Well, yeah, John. I don't know if have you ever seen any of these guys before? Like, what do you think of like the Hunt as like a tag team? Or have you not seen enough to give an opinion on it?
I haven't really seen much, so I feel as though my opinion won't be good.
Okay. All right. Then we had the next match. It was Ashton Smith, who I forgot existed again. So, am I the only one that forgets this guy exists? Because he wrestled Cassius Ohno. And they actually have a pretty good match. You know, Ashton Smith actually got some offense, and it wasn't like he came out and completely
Dude,
squashed.
Cassius Ohno, I got the biggest ovation ever. I swear to God, it was like he was making a return to UK, and UK was his home.
Yeah. I think this is like the big. I think he got a bigger pop than when like he came back in 2017. Like he got a huge pop when he came out. So,
Very impressive.
Cassius Ohno wins with the discus elbow. And afterwards, he teases like he's going to help Ashton Smith up. But, you know, Cassius Ohno is actually being a heel and takes him out. But I actually like this. I think, you know, Cassius Ohno being in NXT UK is a nice change for him because, like I talked about before, he's basically done everything. He's basically done everything in NXT, and he really shouldn't go up to the main roster because I don't really think, you know, he's in the good win shape for that.
No, he's not.
You know, I feel like, too, like he's just not main roster worthy, really. So I might probably get a lot of hate for that, but that's my opinion, and I'm giving it. So, and I think NXT UK is a nice change for him because he could work with like, you know, all the. I don't think his role is going to change. I think he's just going to still be there to put over guys, but I think it's a nice change for him. And afterwards, you know, after he lays out Ashton Smith, Travis Banks comes out and gets into like an intense stare down with him and checks on his friend Ashton Smith because they had a friendship back in like the first few episodes. So,
there goes Travis Banks. He's gonna get attacked before the match happens again.
I have a feeling that's gonna happen next week. I'm surprised he didn't get attacked here. Like,
Fucking Gallus just comes out of nowhere, beats him up
John,
again.
I don't think knows this joke. I'll have to. So, John, the running joke is that it seems like every episode, like Travis Banks shows up, he gets taken out or something like that. So that's the joke. So yeah, Noah, your thoughts on this match and stuff like that?
It was an okay match. Cassius Ohno debut. Ashton Smith, he had nothing really to gain here, so it was clear to see Cassius Ohno was going to win. Very interesting to see how Cassius Ohno was welcomed as this big-time baby face to the brand, and then we saw what happened afterwards. He's coming in as a heel, just going along with his promo that he gave during that video package last weekend. And hey, now we know his first opponent, but let's see if Travis Banks can make it to the ring.
James?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, it's Cassius Ohno, isn't it? He got a great reaction, surprisingly. I guess the UK really likes them some Cassius Ohno. I've always I'm probably the biggest critic of nowadays Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
Ever.
Why?
Well, no, I think you and John might be rivaling.
We might be, but it comes down to the fact that it's like he still looks like absolutely like he just looks like shit, bro. I'm just gonna fucking say it, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Like, put some fucking shorts on at the very goddamn least, or if not that, wear a goddamn singlet.
Yeah.
He looks
With a
like
shirt
Trailer
over
Park
it.
Mom.
And look, I
Dude,
think
it's horrible.
we
He
could talk
looks
about
terrible.
too how James, you don't have a right to say that, but James, also you're not out there wrestling every week too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, dude, if I'm going out there wrestling, boo me.
Yeah.
If I'm in this kind of shape, I should not be in that fucking ring. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not like and it's not like Kevin Owens fat, where Kevin Owens does have some punch, but he works on his cardio every fucking day. You could tell Cassius Ohno. I don't know what Cassius Ohno's been doing, and this is a quote from Brian and Vinny, but this was in reference to Joe back in 2008. I'm referencing it here for Cassius Ohno, but it involved eating, lots and lots of eating.
Yeah. All right, Chris, your thoughts. I know you can't really, but I'll ask you and John a different question. What are your thoughts on Cash? I already asked you this question, Chris, but I'll ask you again. What are your thoughts on Cassius Ohno moving over to the NXT UK brand? If you want to talk about the match, you can, but you really can't.
I'm not going to because I don't care.
Okay.
I think it's a new opportunity for him, and I think it's fine.
Yeah. What about you, John? Your thoughts on Cassius Ohno going to NXT UK instead of an NXT every week and stuff?
Well, he sucks in NXT, so he'll just go and do it across the pond.
Jesus Christ.
I think
Week travels.
I mean, he might travel to eat. He might go to an all-you-can-eat buffet, John. You never know.
Get himself some fish and chips.
Yeah.
Fingers and mash.
Maybe he'll get some. Maybe he'll drink all the tea in the world too. While you're at it.
No, not tea.
But it's like that buddy loads the tea up with like sugar packets and shit.
James, what is he? As Scott Steiner put it once.
He's fat.
So I think by the way, John just beat you in that John's the bigger critic now because
he definitely is. Jeez, I mean, I'll at least say like he's not a terrible wrestler. It's just when he's slow, you could tell, and then you could tell in the ring.
I think the biggest time like he was really slow was that NXT Takeover Philly match with Velveteen Dream. He was slow in that match, like.
He has not been pushed to the moon since.
Yeah.
And you want to know the funniest part is it was after his epic classic with Johnny Gargano. And you could tell he worked on his cardio there. And then it was the next takeover. He was so fucking slow.
Yeah. So maybe he's like Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton, where he works on his cardio when he feels like he has to work on his cardio. So when he wants to work on his cardio. So
yeah, except here's the difference: Cassius Ohno's no Randy Orton.
No.
Randy. Actually, no. Randy and Cassius Ohno do have one thing in common. They are in shape. Cassius just happens to be round.
Very.
Damn.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on before we turn this into the roast Kevin Owens, roast Cassius Ohno show. See, that's the problem. Why couldn't they just call him Chris Hero? God damn it.
Well,
he's not actually. No, they should call him Chris Zero because his belly.
Yeah.
And there we go again.
All right. Then we see Gallus at a coffee shop, which I guess we call it a tea shop because it's in the UK, but I wrote coffee shop because that's the first thing that popped into my head when I saw where they were at. So they talk about how they pretty much have to get their shit together and start dominating again. Because while they've beaten guys like Ashton Smith and
I got Lucha Undergrimes.
Lucha Underground.
I got Lucha Underground vibes from this.
Same, yeah. But they said, they really need to start dominating NXT UK again. So I actually really like this segment. It was like a nice, different perspective on Gallus, and I like the way it was shot and everything because it's, I thought it was really
Gallus.
awesome. Yeah. So what do you think, James? I'll start with you this time first.
It was fine. It was short. It was
Yeah.
a little short. I would have liked to see what Wolfgang and Mark Coffey's response would have been. Like, it was just Joe Coffey talking. And I'm
Because
like,
he's the leader.
I know he's the leader, but what about the other two? He
Doesn't
literally
matter,
was
he's the leader.
talking directly to them, and then they just cut it away, and it's just like, it just.
Maybe we'll find out next week, though. Maybe they want you to watch next week.
Okay, sure.
What about you, Noah? What do you think?
About the whole Gallus segment?
Gallus.
They've been on the losing end now in a tag team match and even in singles matches. They need to redefine themselves to prove that this still is their kingdom and that we dominate this brand. So
What exit is that?
I don't know whether or not they're going to add another person or if they're just going to go on a tirade and beat everybody up in the back. It's curious, though, to see what will happen next. I'm interested to see what happens next.
Chris, what do you think? I'll ask you a different question. What do you think's next for Gallus after this promo?
Nothing.
Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Why?
Well, you think they're just never gonna show up to wrestle again? They're just gonna sit at home and not just sit at that coffee shop and do nothing. So
Yeah, they're not allowed to go home.
Oh,
no, they don't even go home. Their home is the coffee shop.
yeah.
They actually own the coffee shop, and they're actually making like a side business. That's gonna be the skits. Like,
I'm gonna ask John
I
this
think
question.
they go for the tag titles.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask John this question because he hasn't seen enough of NXT UK, and I want to see what his answer is gonna be. What do you think is next for Gallus? Because John doesn't even know who they are, and what do you think's next for Gallus?
John, that's your cue, John.
Mute
John?
Mike, guys. Mute Mike.
Yeah, John, your mic's still muted. Oh my God, he's away. He's probably
No,
away for the moment.
I'm right here.
Yeah, well, I asked you what you think is next for Gallus because I want to see what your answer is gonna be.
Do you even know who? First off, do you know who Gallus is?
No.
Coffee Brothers and Wolfgang. So Mark and Joe Coffee.
Yeah, I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, so I just move on.
Okay.
We tried.
All that build up for nothing.
Yeah.
I thought you would
Yeah,
at
just no
least
answer was
know
better.
them by name, but I guess not.
No, I don't. I don't want to say what I was doing, but
Yeah.
What?
It's pretty obvious.
You took a poop, didn't you?
Thanks, James, for saying that out loud. I didn't need to hear that out loud.
All right. Then we had the main event, which was Tyler Bate versus James Drake.
Oh, God.
This match was really good. I really like this match. Just go watch it. I'm not really gonna break it down. Just go watch the match. And Tyler Bate though wins. He actually doesn't win with the Tyler Driver 97. He wins with the Spiral Tap, which
Yay!
I actually like that. I like it sometimes when wrestlers don't necessarily win all the time with their finishes. They, find like an alternate finisher or like a different way for them to win because it actually, builds suspense saying that they could win this with this move in the future. So I liked it. I like the fact that Tyler Bate went over because, it builds them up another future NXT UK tag team title match between Grizzled Young Veterans and Mustache Mountain, which I don't know if that match is going to happen anytime soon. I think Grizzled Young Veterans are going to be Amir Jordan. What's his name? Not Steve. I almost said Petey Williams, but what's his name? Kenny Williams.
That's a team. Petey Williams and Kenny Williams, the Williams brothers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this. What were your thoughts on this main event, James?
This was a great main event. James Drake is getting better every time he gets into that ring.
Yeah.
Can you put my gloves in the dryer again?
What the hell?
Just James, keep going.
Okay. Hi. Yeah, and you had awesome. Who?
And back to his Fortnite. Continue.
Okay. Anyway.
James Drake, Tyler Bate.
James Drake, Tyler Bate. James is getting better in the ring every time. Tyler Bate is always good. And, yeah, he doesn't win with Tyler Driver 97, wins with Spiral Tap. I like that he finished the match off with a Spiral Tap.
Yeah.
Because I think the last time somebody finished a match off with a Spiral Tap was probably in 2005 when Styles used to use it.
No,
before he retired.
I remember when AJ Styles won the Bound for Glory series in 2013, he won with Spinal Tap.
Oh, okay. So it hasn't been since 2013, right?
At least that maybe it happened in other places.
No,
but-
he did he? Oh yeah, he did win the Bound for Glory series in 2013.
Yeah, he did.
I forget that because he
Yeah, he wasn't.
were kind of fucking with his character and shit. So yeah.
That was when, he's the kind of the AJ Styles in a way we know him as now in a way. Except where he has like the win style. He that's when he developed like the win style he basically has now. Obviously, it developed more in New Japan, but it kind of started a little bit in TNA around that time. But we'll talk about a completely different thing. That could be a retro someday. So, Noah, your thoughts on this main event?
It was your typical main event. Tyler Bate being beaten down most of the match. James Drake being showcased for what he's known for in the UK, his talent versus his promo work. And Tyler Bate won, thus telling me that we're still building towards probably Mustache Mountain versus Grizzled Young Veterans soon in NXT UK for the NXT UK Tag Team Championships. It was a good main event overall, though.
Your thoughts, Chris, even though you didn't see it?
Good.
Yeah. But that's NXT UK. Chris, being on the outside looking in, what would you give this as a letter grade?
B+.
I agree with Chris, B+.
Yeah, B+.
If we have, I feel like we should have. If we had a match with Tony Storm and Ginny instead of a promo segment, I would have rated the show higher. But we're making it seem like a B+. It's like such a bad grade. That just shows how good these shows are every week. Because we're But anyhow, that's that. Now it's time for the best show. I think it's the best show every week.
Honestly, yeah.
Pretty much.
It is. It always delivers. It's my turn, so I get to read the notes. WWE NXT took place on 3, which is 3 is it's March, in case you didn't know, and the 20th, which is a day in March, 2019.
Same day as NXT UK as always. So
yeah, always. It's great.
Unless it changes tomorrow.
It could change tomorrow.
Yeah.
Technically, it's already changed.
What do you mean?
We're 3 days past it.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying NXT UK and NXT always airs the same day, so.
Yes. But anyway, as we were saying, it was the same day as NXT UK. If you don't know the commentators by now, I swear to God, what the fuck have you been doing? Have you been living under a rock?
Maybe they have.
There's a Canadian guy, an English guy, and a black guy.
There you go.
There you go. That I don't even need to name them. You know who they are.
Yeah.
All right. And now we move on.
I'm guessing Percy Watson is the Canadian.
Yeah, he's the one who goes Mamma Mia. All right.
I want to hear him. I want to hear him do that one day.
Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Morrow's so white though that he could get away with it. That's the thing. That's why it's so over, because he's super he's just Morrow. That's all it is. Anyway,
you might actually hear. I wonder if you can hear. You should tell me when you go to a takeover if you can actually hear him do Mamma Mia in the.
I'll let you know if I hear him from the seats I'm at. I will definitely let you know, because I think we're right below. We're in the beginning of the second deck.
Okay.
That's the seats we have. So we got some great seats.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
That would be the one voice you would actually probably hear from commentary.
I guarantee you.
If you're close enough.
Yeah, I guarantee you. We know who they are. The State of the NXT Championship address with Triple H. Surprisingly, I would have thought it would be Regal, but
because you don't have I don't think you have the WWE app. They advertised it all week, so it wasn't a surprise actually.
Oh, okay. Well, for me it was.
Okay.
But yeah, Triple H comes out. He is talking about how he was gonna announce a clash between Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, but real life got in the way and was a bitch. And that's basically what Triple H said without saying it's a bitch.
Because it's a PG show, so.
Yes. And he said, so Ciampa had to undergo neck surgery. We wish him a speedy recovery, but now it's about opportunity. and we're going to have a fatal 5-way to determine who will go on to fight Johnny Gargano and crown a new NXT champion. And whoever wins this match will go on to a match with 2 out of 3 falls. Yay. I love 2 out of 3 falls matches. In case you didn't know, watch the quarterfinals of WIW. Love me some 2 out of 3 falls.
NXT knows how to deliver.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And the 5 people that will be fighting later tonight, he announces, are Adam Cole, Ricochet, Aleister Black, the Velveteen Dream, and Matt Riddle, the undefeated Matt Riddle.
Suspicious, by the way, if this is supposed to be a live show, that Aleister Black, was on this show, but is supposed to be on his honeymoon. So that's very suspicious.
Maybe they had the honeymoon in Florida and he could work that day because they got done with their one of their bucket list items early. I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have your honeymoon basically where you live. You're not gonna go. I think they had it in Hawaii because so.
Oh, maybe the NXT was in Hawaii. I'm totally bullshitting. They weren't. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but we know it's not live. Whatever. Who gives a shit? They show a video package of Tommaso Ciampa's neck surgery, and oh my god, I felt for Ciampa so bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, he looks so disappointed.
They said this is like his 3rd surgery he's had to have like in the span of 2 years because he hit with the same doctor too. So that was sad. So I will.
Hey, at least the doctor's good with him, man, because he probably should have retired like 2 times over with the shit with the bad injuries he's had, legitimately.
Yeah. So I actually wonder like what injured him. Finally said I want.
You know what it probably was? Something tells me it was probably that spot from War Games where he did that what was it, the Hangman DDT on Velveteen Dream, and he screams, "Oh fuck!" and they had to bleep it out. That may have been where it started.
Yeah, and then he probably I wonder what spot though took place where he finally had to say, okay, you can't wrestle.
Probably the one where he got put through the LED board.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably because he actually took that full on. There was no protection on that.
But I will ask, because John hasn't been on since the announcements come out. John, any thoughts you have about Tommaso Ciampa's injury status and everything? So.
There's John again. John! Hello? John! John!
I'll ask Chris because
Chris.
It's very tragic.
Yeah.
Now I can ask. Any thought? So, John, you haven't been on a video since it's come out. Any thoughts you have about Tommaso Ciampa's injury and everything?
It sucks.
Yeah, it basically sucks. I mean, I don't know any wrestling fan in the world that's gonna come on here and love it, unless you completely stick with
sick fuck.
Or you completely stick.
Probably something like that.
Yeah.
Cold as ice. Dun dun. All right. Yeah.
In you.
And there you go. And they even had I'm pretty sure this was pre-said, but they even had Percy Watson right after that promo say what you will about the actions of the champion, but he's one tough SOB for having 3 surgeries.
I thought that was Molo. Wow. I thought that was Molo that said that.
No, that was Percy.
Oh, okay.
Percy said that right after because they do that those advertisements
right
whatnot. And then from there we go Kathy Kelly backstage again. Hi, Kathy.
She's very good on the show, by the way, too.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not going to remember this, but I know it involved women.
So this is the first one. She was just trying to ask, superstars backstage what they thought of the main event. Kona Reeves came out, and I guess his gimmick's still a thing. I thought he was.
Damn it! Just release him.
Yeah. Well, we don't know. Maybe he's improved since then.
Dude, the Save Kona Reeves meme is dead. Here's another one. Release Kona Reeves. # release Kona Reeves.
Yes.
He's the finest.
Finest my ass.
Kona Reeves says it's good.
How about the blandest? Oh wait, no, that's Baron Corbin.
But yeah, Kona Weave says that the main event is good, but it's not the finest. And the Forgotten Sons come out and they're upset because now their match is being forgotten for next week because of the.
Is that just going to be their gimmick because they're known as the Forgotten Sons? I forgot. They forgot us. They forgot about our match. Well, that's good. Wait. No, that's a good thing. But no, it's not because we're forgotten.
But they basically say too that this tonight you could see the crumble of the team up of Aleister Black and Ricochet because they're going to be so focused on wanting to win the NXT title, they're not going to really be thinking of strategies for us next week. So they actually say.
Shit.
So I like this. I don't think they said that, but I'm just I'm just going to pretend they did because
Whatever. Yeah, sure. Now we go on to video packages. They were airing these throughout the episode. They did one for Aleister Black and Ricochet as a tandem, but just to kind of showcase them. Then they also did one for Matt Riddle. They also did one for Velveteen Dream, and they also did one for Adam Cole, baby. So there you go.
They were all good.
They're all fantastic. Definitely, if you have seen a WWE promo package, they're always very good. Most of the time. So there's usually not one bad one. I mean, they made Great Khali look like a fucking monster in one of the promo packages they did back in the day, for fuck's sake. I think they're pretty good.
Now I'm going to make that my mission. I'm going to go try to find a bad video package because I have a feeling that's got to be out there somewhere. So
Probably is.
Oh, John might know it.
The worst? Like in terms of like what? Like something to get you hyped?
Yeah.
The worst package I've ever seen?
Yeah.
Booker, Kurt Angle, Judgment Day, 2000 and something.
Right.
Oh.
Don't remind me of that. The bestiality bullshit. Oh no.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh God.
That's
okay. All right. Now I'll say this much. The visual effects were all right. Yeah.
The content was not.
Yeah, the content was shit. I'd say like the content could be shit, but the promo package would still be good, is what I mean.
I don't know though. I don't know, man. I don't think I can. I feel like the promo package kind of makes it worse in a way, though. So
that probably does. Yeah,
they're fighting over shampoo.
Oh no, that might take it. Take it. They actually did a hype package for the fighting over shampoo.
I gotta see it.
The one wrestler that's in both those promo packages.
That will be the next rundown. You know what? Next rundown, we will make it a mission. All of us, all 5 of us, right here and now, we will find the absolute dog's worst WWE promo package, and
I think we found it already. But we just found it already. John found it.
We might. What? We might. There might be one worse.
I'm gonna look it up and see if I can find it.
Okay.
There you go. It could be this episode. It could be next episode. Keep tuning in.
Yeah.
You're a true
But continue, James.
All right. From that point, we now finally get to the one and only match on the show. It's a one-match show.
You missed the other Kathy Kelly backstage segment with the Sky. I always say the Sky Princesses for some reason, but it's the.
Oh, that's the one with the women. Yeah, that's the one I don't remember. I know they were there.
Yeah. It was the pie. It's the pie. I don't know why I keep calling them the Sky Princesses, but it's the Pirate Princesses.
Call them the Sky Princesses. I like the Sky Princesses better.
Yeah, but I keep calling them the Sky Princesses. But it's not the Pirate Princesses. So.
Well, what makes fucking Io Shirai a pirate?
I don't know. Why the Sky Princesses though?
Is she the parrot? Is she the parrot because she flies?
Because she does moonsaults.
Okay. Sure.
I actually kind of like that. I might, but yeah, I'm gonna probably just keep accidentally calling them that. I gotta remember Pirate Princesses, so that way I don't keep forgetting. But they do the segment backstage was them, talking about the 4-way match and how they're gonna fight each other if they have to. Basically the same thing as Aleister Black and Ricochet in the Fatal 5-way match tonight. Then Bianca Belair comes up and is upset that they're in the match because she was gonna beat Io Shirai last week, and also she's upset because Kairi Sane's in the match because all she did was get choked out and is in a freaking championship match, which that makes sense. So yeah, that was basically it. I liked it. She should stop calling herself undefeated though, because it really doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, she's not
Because
undefeated.
she's not.
Yeah. But everything, all of this was fine. I actually think this women's match right here is going to be better than like all of them at WrestleMania, except maybe except the Raw Women's Title match. Probably, I think that match would be better than this one, but whatever. Now let's talk. Noah, before James breaks down the main event, what are your thoughts on the show thus far? Of all the things.
We're building towards figuring out the NXT Championship picture. Johnny Gargano's already in. We're trying to figure out the next person. I feel 5-way was a very unique way to figure this out with really the elite of NXT. I loved all the vignettes. I loved how every man hyped themselves up as contenders for the title. I obviously had my pick. And we're still figuring out, of course, the women's the women's title picture. You had the tag team title picture mentioned here. So good stuff overall.
Yeah. I like James.
Weird ass song for this year's takeover and creepy music video. Ugh.
I have to watch
What is it? Wait, let me see this. I haven't actually seen it. What is it?
Don't put it on because I'll get copyrighted.
No, I'm not gonna put it on. I'm just gonna listen to it as I'm going over the main event. Just
hashtag NXT Loud. Look up NXT Takeover New York, and you'll see the song, and you'll see the reason why the logo is a crown. But at least that was creepy as shit.
Yeah.
All right, NXT Takeover New York theme. All right, let me hear this. So it's Are You Ready? Or is that the second one?
That might be the second one. Like Champion of the Crown or something like that.
So one with Johnny Gargano. With the, okay, hold on. Well, as I'm listening to this,
Break down the main event.
Huh?
Break down the main event.
I was about to talk, and then I heard the first opening line. What the fuck is this song?
Just break it down.
What the fuck is this song?
So
You should
I
see me in
didn't
a
find
crown.
anything.
That's what it's called. By Billie Eilish.
Okay, I'm not sure about that pick, but sure. All right, let me get on to the main event now. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll talk more about
Not
that.
the show, because don't say it's the actual last match on the show. Because then
It's the only match on the show.
It really was the only match on the show.
Yeah, this is, by the way, this is what you get when you try to tape everything in advance. Sometimes, but they made it work because, by God, this became an A+ show just for this main event alone. This only match on the show alone.
30 minutes this match went for.
It was fucking awesome. An awesome Fatal 5-Way. Adam Cole, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, and Adam Cole. Did I say Adam Cole?
Yes, you
I
did.
feel
I think you did, yeah.
Baby!
Yeah, that's it.
I guess he was in the match twice.
Yeah, sure.
Because he cloned himself and he was there twice.
Sure.
Yeah,
No.
he mentioned himself like twice, so it works.
No. Well, here's the deal. So, I'm gonna go over some key spots. I'm sure I'm not gonna remember everything, but some of the spots that I really liked was obviously the Tower of Doom spot, the two Bromission spots, which Velveteen Dream both broke up, and the way that Matt Riddle countered into them was great.
Yeah.
I loved Ricochet's just how he was doing his high fly. He saved his high flying spot until the very end of the match where he did his the Fosbury flop or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
There was other spots in there too. Aleister Black with some sick martial arts strikes, including one to Adam Cole, which just drops Adam Cole right onto his back on the outside. That was brutal. And I guess the other spot that I really like is probably the ending where friggin' Ricochet hits a shooting star press. Everyone thinks he's gonna win, and then out of nowhere, blindsided.
Adam Cole.
Yeah, blindsided by Adam Cole with the running knee. There was also another spot that I will mention. This is all out of order, by the way, but I loved the spot where I think it was a bridging German by Aleister Black and then gets protoned by Matt Riddle. That was awesome.
So
just everything in this match was awesome. All those spots that just broke down are out of order. It does not do the match justice. Go watch this.
And also, if you really want to hear the match spot for spot, go watch and What's NXT with Stefan and Jerry because they take care of that for us. So.
Oh, yes, they do. They're
Yeah.
great.
Like I
Great.
feel bad for Stefan, man. He had to write like he had to really like keep on top of this match, like really write down every spot, like. But yeah, I thought the right person obviously went over too because if Adam Cole, it makes sense too because he debuted in where is it Barclays in the Barclays Center. And it touches on that in his promo. Now I don't know who's gonna win though because I know a lot of people saying Gargano's being caught up, but I don't know if that's gonna be the case now because he doesn't have Ciampa now, and I think they had plans for them to do that. I actually think he should stay in NXT because I feel like there's just more story for Gargano to do in NXT.
He should never go up to the main roster until he finally finishes his feud and beats Ciampa.
Yeah.
I feel like Adam Cole should win. Honestly, Adam Cole said this is the only time you're going to get an opportunity to possibly do they get all the gold story in NXT. You have to capitalize on it now.
Yeah, because
once Ciampa is back, there is no going back.
I actually agree with that because if Ciampa because I didn't think it was gonna happen because Ciampa and Gargano were just such big stars that Undisputed Era wasn't gonna get the opportunity. But now you could really because Undisputed Era, while they were still like really awesome heels, but they were kind of I thought like because Ciampa was such a great heel, they were just like they just felt like
they were the cool bad guys as opposed to Tommaso Ciampa, who was the despicable heel.
Yeah. But
by the way, another thing I want to point out before we go any more on topic of this. The one thing I loved about this Fatal 5-Way match is that it was not random. Everybody had a feud at one point or another to lead to this.
Except Ricochet, Matt Riddle and anyone else in the match, but
there was still Riddle. Riddle had a feud going on.
Yeah.
With NXT, and if you want to go into the indie history, you can talk about his feud with Tommy End and Aleister Black.
Sure.
So there's a lot of story that was in this fucking match in this Fatal 5-Way.
And now
the fact that this is what being a star is. This is how you make stars. Riddle looked like a fucking killer. Black looked like a goddamn killer. Ricochet was just amazing, like as he always is. You had Adam Cole, who was the chicken shit heel and was the opportunistic heel.
Yeah.
And you had friggin' Velveteen Dream, the sports entertainer of all of them.
Yeah.
There was 5 different guys here that were all over as hell and that were big stars.
So yeah, I loved it. I was gonna say something.
Thumbs up. A+ show because of this.
I feel like too. I want to say something too. I'm not gonna make the excuse anymore. Granted, NXT had a couple of weeks because it's taped and stuff. When they say when I talk about the main roster, how they had to throw things last minute. Because if NXT can throw things last minute and make it gold, the main roster has no excuses anymore. So
yeah, no, they've run out of excuses because any excuse they would have had, NXT has had an answer for any excuses the main roster would make every single fucking time.
Yeah.
Case in point right here. Tommaso Ciampa, injured, had to go for emergency neck surgery. 2 weeks before he was supposed to go in, they turned a shit situation into fucking gold.
They did the same thing when Aleister Black got hurt. They made a...
Oh my God, that fucking... The way they built that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? The fact that they were able to think on their feet like that, whoever writes for NXT, you should promote them to the fucking main roster and get rid of anybody else that was writing for the main roster prior to that.
Yeah.
I'm serious. This is the best writing team in WWE.
Yeah.
If they can pull shit off like this.
Noah, your thoughts on NXT, Letter Grade, and anything else you want to say? So.
Absolutely incredible match. What else is there to say? You had the elite of NXT, an incredible match. All 5 men were worthy of being part of the Johnny Gargano Talk Free Falls. I had a feeling it was not going to be Matt Riddle because of the whole feud with Velveteen Dream, which, of course, we found out later after this via social media. That's official. As far as
wait, you mean That's a match?
Yeah,
Double
it's a match
injury.
now.
Yeah.
Anyway, Alice and Black Ricochet, they're obviously going to go in the Dusty Rhodes Cup. They're working on that, so that basically left
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, baby. He was the perfect pick for this, and he was my pick to win. I'm glad he won. Love the match. Love the way the ending was executed. All 5 men delivered, and now I have potential dream matches. I want to see a Matt Riddle one-on-one, A+ show for me, and I can't wait for freaking Takeover.
I can't wait for Takeover and then after Takeover.
Oh yeah, because you get to see the show afterwards too.
I get to go to 2 of the biggest. I'm gonna get 2 of the best shows ever. I don't care. Anybody wants to tell me that otherwise? Fuck Mania. Legitimately, I'm going to Ring of Honor. The first time Ring of Honor and New Japan have been in Madison Square Garden. The first time New Japan's been in MSG in years. And I fucking before that I get to see Walter Pete Dunne, Johnny Gargano, and Adam Cole. And Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy.
NXT Takeover's Friday this year. I forgot.
Yep.
That's correct. Which means you must make a choice. Do you watch the G1 Supercard or the Hall of Fame?
That's a fucking obvious choice. Come on now.
Well,
Hall of Fame, baby.
but firstly, John, I know you didn't see NXT, but is there anything you want to talk about with, Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano and stuff like that? Because it kind of ties into Takeover, and I know you guys would be watching it. So,
I don't have any words to speak on it because everything's just done so great. NXT, what can you expect? It just makes me really excited for Takeover.
Yeah. What about you, John?
Well, NXT once again proving why wrestling fans voted it as the best weekly show of the year. It continues that way. Because we get great matches with people that we care about because they make us care about them, which is something that the main roster should be doing. Like the main problem when they get called up is that WWE are like, okay, we already know who these guys are. Not really. We don't know what's their personality. Why should I care about them? Which is why most of the NXT call-ups flop on the main roster.
Not enough video packages too.
And not even just that, but you never stop developing your character. I don't care what they want to fucking tell you on the main roster. If you're not developing your main character, that's why people aren't fucking tuning in.
Yeah.
Mainly for, I would say, you need to make these guys feel like a big deal, and what the NXT does down there makes everyone feel like a big deal. Like, every match on NXT feels like a big deal. Can I say that about Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley? Does that feel like a big deal?
No.
Or the whatever happens to be women's title match, does that sound like a big deal? No.
Well, Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley every time they do that.
That sounds like a really great big deal, except I've seen that match 4,000 freaking times now.
Yeah.
NXT knows how to make you care about these people, which is something that WWE is severely lacking.
And not only that, but you notice how they switch up their matches every week too. It's not the same people fighting every single week.
No.
Well, I'll even say this too. The 205 Live's taking the NXT formula. Tony Nese and Cedric Alexander wrestled a lot, and you still cared about that match this week because they did different stuff in that match. They weren't doing the same typical moves all the time too. They actually was important. But yeah, I think
that's why, and people are like, well, why do you watch 205 and NXT and NXT UK over the main roster? Well, I think you have your fucking answer.
I feel like too, also in NXT, you don't see the same people week after week after week. They cycle in and out, and I feel like that makes it better because when you see
what helps is that they're an hour.
Yeah.
True. Unless something tells me if they ever go to 2 hours, as I said, NXT has proven, a lot of the main roster raw. And if they actually ended up getting 2 hours, I feel like they would smash that out of the park.
I don't know if I would do 2 hours. I think what they have is...
Well, maybe an hour and a half, considering it's on the network.
Yeah, just do an hour. An hour. Don't fix what's not broken.
Yeah.
True. But I'm just saying, if they ever took the opportunity to try and go like an extra half hour or something, I feel like they'd smash it out of the park.
Well, they
Honestly.
failed. Not a lot of people liked watching. I mean, it was a success when they did because they did that a couple weeks ago with the first round of the Dusty Flag. That was like an hour and a half, I think, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's end this video off because we've been going for 3 hours. Think about this, guys. This is just for like the main WrestleMania is going to take us 2 hours just to review. So yeah,
Because it's
this is practice.
hours.
This is practice for that, guys. So,
Wonderful.
Chris and John, we're gonna start with you, because you guys have the least amount of stuff to. Is there anything you guys want to plug up? John, I'll let you go first because you're actually on video. So,
Follow me on Twitter at KingTut2157.
okay.
Where you'll see me on Twitter basically ship posting everything.
Oh, it's what? Yeah.
Nice.
All right, Chris, anything you want to plug or promote?
Watch me on here.
Yeah. And the
Nice.
retro.
And the retro, indeed.
And March Madness. If we get our shit together on that, because we kind of shit the bed on that.
Well, gee, I don't know. Who was the one who decided that color should be the next topic?
Whoa. That's not why it was shit in the bed, because we haven't had the time to do that. So.
Fair enough.
I haven't been around for the past like.
The craziness that happens in between the months of February and April.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I don't know who should go next. We'll let Noah go next, just because, we'll just let him go next. Anything you want to plug or promote, Noah?
Okay. Gentlemen, once again, pleasure talking wrestling with you as always. To everyone of you watching, I'm just a simple man and a lifelong fan of wrestling. So if you want to follow me, look me up, nodq.com/Noah, change to my Twitter, and I'll talk to you anything wrestling, WWE, NXT, AEW, Ring of Honor, Impact, Indie Wrestling, support your local independent wrestling, you name it. Go check out my simple YouTube channel, youtube.com/users/NoahFox210, takes you to my channel where I do a weekly podcast called 205 Live Matters on the Cruiserweight division, sometimes with these fine folk here, sometimes with others, and we talk everything 205 Live and Cruiserweight Wrestling. There's also monthly WrestleCreen unboxings. I'll be unboxing this one shortly. And pay-per-view predictions, WWE and beyond. Go check out NoDQ.com. I work with them a lot. They have shirts. NoDQ.com/shirts. Go buy a shirt. Go check out the list on Spotify. Hashtag Team NoDQ. Evolution. Go check out a podcast I did earlier today with who we're calling ourselves the Elite of Wrestling. There'll be a live chat tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We talked everything wrestling and through our predictions for many of the great shows during WrestleMania week. With this in closing, folks, just remember this. Support your local wrestling outlets, both big and small, and let's keep growing this wrestling community together. Simple as that.
Noah, you keep saying, too, you're going to do that unboxing shortly, but it's been a week now. What's going on? What's going on, buddy?
What?
You keep saying you're going to unbox that box, but then it never happens. What's going on?
It's only been 2 days, so,
Oh,
I
okay.
got time.
Yeah, there you go.
I want that unboxed.
As soon as this ends, since you want to know what's in it so badly. I'm hoping for a JR autograph, personally.
I'm hoping, I want that unboxed by next week. If it's not, you're fired, so,
Who are you, Donald Trump? I'll impeach you.
Oh, shit.
All right, James, you want to do your plugs and promotions? You probably have the most out of all of
Oh,
us.
yes, I do.
Actually,
You
I think
guys.
Noah has more than you, actually.
Yeah, Noah has actually a lot more than me. But I usually try to. I typically go the longest.
Yeah.
You guys can find me on YouTube.com. That's youtube.com/user/jhebertside95. You can also check me out on Twitter. That's Twitter at jhebertside95, and that's JHEBERTSIDE95. And on top of that, you guys can check out my CAW Wrestling League called Weymouth Youth Wrestling. We will be hosting, and it's official, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making it official, so breaking news on the Wrestling Rundown. WIW Immortal will be happening. Let me get the screen share going here.
He doesn't. He's not prepared.
On April 20th. 2019. That's the official poster. Streaming at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys check this out. We got a lot of matches on that show. We got a big extravaganza, and it's 5 years worth of story culminating in this one night. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be awesome. Awesome sauce. And yeah, there I go.
I hope I don't
That's
get
everything.
copyrighted for that shared screen, but there's no way I can because you're the
No.
only one that.
No, because that's my. Yeah, I'd be the only one that can copyright it. You're fine.
Yeah.
So
And if
yeah,
you
there
try
you
to,
go.
like,
Copyright 'em.
Slaps down that copyright infringement.
Yeah, there it is.
and obviously if you try
Copy
to do it,
strike.
yeah, and obviously you could try to do it. I had permission to share
No,
that
no,
because
you have permission. You're fine.
I
You're fine.
basically did because you're the one that shared it. So
Yes.
I have no proof though I had permission.
By the way, was everybody able to see that? Well,
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, James,
it's on.
go listen to that song now. You should see me in a crowd by Billy Ashton. Look at the music video and be like, what the fuck is this?
I'll definitely check it out. John, what did you think of the poster? I don't think you've seen it yet.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
I don't think Chris has seen it yet either.
Oh yeah, Chris, this is your first time. What did you think?
Cool.
Cool. That's it. Just cool.
Yeah, cool.
Well, Chris,
We've been on video for 3 hours and 38 minutes.
yeah, I gotta do my plugs because I have to do another video for an hour after this for Breaking Bad. So,
Oh boy.
Talk about being committed to your brand. Good on
Yeah.
you.
So you can check out CM Brothers, where hopefully me and Chris will get a with Mulch Madness. I don't think we're doing it tomorrow because we just did a 3-hour video, so we'll find a different day.
Do it on Monday.
Sure. And then on the Talkinator, me and my cousin are gonna finally finish Breaking Bad this week. We've been waiting for 3 months, but then real life just keeps getting in the way. And then obviously, hopefully, Walking Dead reviews. But right now, Breaking Bad's just kind of trumping Walking Dead right now. So, what do you want me to say? So, and then obviously check out this channel. Making this a special announcement. We're gonna change up the format of the rundown because we're gonna do 2 episodes per week, so that way we don't have to do these videos for 3 hours every week. So.
Well, we're doing it this time because we're gonna have to it anyway.
And also, it's 150, so I figured we would,
And that way, I don't have to talk about main roster shit.
Yeah, see, everyone benefits. And maybe
And
John.
you just have to talk about main event.
Well, we don't talk about main event anyways because Chris won't let us. So, and maybe too, John can come on more if we split these up because he can come on the main roster portions of them. So.
Nice meeting you, John.
I think he's frozen. I don't know what happened to him. So.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But-
We were done anyway.
Yeah, we're done anyways. And, check out the Retro Wrestling Review series. We were supposed to do one tomorrow, but I didn't have time to watch NXT TakeOver Brooklyn because I was doing other things today, and I didn't plan to be on for 3 hours. So we're probably going to have to move the Retro a different day, Chris. I feel like you were going to end up making that call anyways. So, yeah, that's basically it. We will see you guys later. I don't know the next time you'll see John, hopefully for WrestleMania live reactions on the CM Brothers channel because we can't do it here anymore because I don't know why YouTube just hates it when I do it on here. I always get copyright notice and stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We will talk to you guys later.
Whoa!
Have a good night, folks.
Bye.
Bye.